Hit the mic opinions with the snap. NYG22, yeah, that's the cap. Unpopular takes, but we cut no slack. Watch the views climb while we talk that smack.
It look like we running with DJ for another year, girl.
I think the Giants are going to get off to a fast start.
This channel for them high sports laws. Got the bass that hit like heavy doors. Unpop opinion sports where the talk roars.
All right, welcome back, Giants fans. Y'all know what it is. It's Giants Conversation, where we kick it off your Sunday mornings with a little Giants talk. Of course, recapping the game last night. Giants go down to the Texans 28-10. We're going to get into all that. We're going to preview the next upcoming game with the Jets, the final preseason game as well. We're going to get into some fantasy talk. The Big Blue Crew Fantasy League is up and running right now. So is the Pick'em League. I'm going to talk about that too as well. And guess what? Giants Trivia. We back. Got some trivia for y'all, man. So we got a action-packed show today. Before I get into it, man, I got to check in on my people. Got to check in on my crew. BBK, Big Blue Crew, what y'all do? What's up with y'all, man? What up, Coach? Big Lou, Big Bro Lou, what's good with you, man? Pat in the building, what it do, man? How y'all feeling this morning, man? What's up?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Actually getting prepared to do a film review of the game. Gonna love doing that with you guys. Hopefully you guys can make it. I'm happy in general about the offensive line. I don't know how happy other people are about the offensive line, but they played their tails off in that game. I know everybody's going to talk about the Daniel Jones interceptions and all that. I'm happy with the trenches on both sides of the football. We look like a legit team in the trenches on both sides of the football, the defensive line and the offensive line. And that's all I wanted. If DJ turns out not to be the guy, that's okay, because we got something for the next guy that comes in, and we got a foundation for him if DJ just wets the bed. But other than that, man, I'm ready to talk about this offensive line in these trenches, bro. That's crazy. It looks like night and day.
Let's get it, man. For real, man. I definitely share those comments too, Pat, man. Offensive line did a 180, if we may say, compared to last year. Lou, G Nation, what's good with you, bro, man? How you feeling this morning?
I feel pretty good, man. I avoided all the bullshit and all the hate yesterday because I went right from football to playing with the kids and then to leather to the face. So, I didn't have to deal with none of the nonsense. But watching the game, of course, the two interceptions were you don't never want to see that as a fan. But we'll get further into that in the film breakdown and all that. But my thing is, while we was live and everybody was commenting and saying DJ this, DJ that, I'm like, 10 months off for any pro athlete from any professional sport. I don't give a damn if you're Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Tiger Woods, Mike Tyson. When you're a professional athlete playing a professional sport at a high level and you're away from it for 10 months and you come back, you're not going to fall right in where you left. There's going to be rust. There's going to be issues that you're going to have to work out, the kinks. That's why most fighters, when they have a long layoff, they have a tune-up fight before they have a big pay-per-view fight, because they got to get back into the swing of things. So I'm not too concerned with the interceptions. I'm very impressed with the play that the offensive line showed, the defensive front showed. And there is some concerns about the cornerbacks. We've all discussed that since before preseason started. But I believe Joe Schoen and Dable are not done. I believe they're still looking, and they're going to bring some more guys in and make some roster moves and tweaks here. And we'll see a much better product on the field this year than we've seen in years past. And I'm pleased with that.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point you made, Lou, about needing that tune-up, needing that that kind of practice a tune-up fight, as you said, because every sport does it. Think about baseball. When a major baseball player comes back from injury, what does he do first? He goes down to the minor leagues and warms up and gets his swing back together. So that's a damn good point you made there, bro, man. Salute. Coach, what's good with you? What's good with you, big bro? How you feeling, man? What's up with you?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to the
I'm
people.
trying to hang in there, but I'm hanging in for the most part. Thanks, man. So, unfortunately, I didn't see the game because I was streaming yesterday myself, doing another show. So, but from the things that I did see, shout out to Brian Baldinger showing the offensive line and showing DJ, showing a lot of great clips from DJ, even going from his first to his second read. So, I did see the very first play and the interception for the. As I just told y'all backstage, me personally, maybe you don't call that play, but what are your checkoffs in case he's reading? Is he reading the quarterbacks? But again, to lose point, your first play, you've been off for a while, you're amped up. You are, no matter how, no matter what. It's just like you do when you go into your job the first day back after some time off. You're a little amped up. I understand it's people don't want to hear that and don't want to accept that, but that's the reality. The pick six, Pat broke it down, so and shout out to my new mini me, Mr. Chapman.
Right.
Mr. Chapman.
Man, bro.
That boy looked like me back when I was in college. Seriously, I'm talking about the speed. So I'm like, whoa. So shout out to him. That's my new mini me. So y'all want to call him mini Coach Ed? Y'all can call him mini Coach Ed.
Man, Elijah Chapman, man. That play right there, he got to make the team right there on that play, bro.
Oh, for sure.
If you'd have heard me calling that play in real time, Coach, I was so hyped up. I was like, look at Chapman running the DB.
Yeah. Right.
That shit had me hyped. I wanted to get out there and suit up. I was like, hell yeah.
I'm going to give you an unpopular opinion. A real big unpopular opinion. That's your third down back right there. Train him to run the ball. Train him to run the ball, man. Yo,
third and one, Chapman gonna get that.
Yeah,
hey, we ain't gonna have no problem picking up them third and ones with him in there, Pat.
And all you need once he gets to the second or third level, I want to see a safety sometimes look at him like, oh, damn.
Make a business.
Yeah. Oh man.
Let me get into this chat, man. Average Beast, what's good with you, bro? Appreciate you tapping in. Big Blue Doja, what's good, man? Prince Castro, appreciate you coming through. Just sir. Appreciate you, man. 59 Ways to Groove, appreciate you tapping in. Mark Stewart, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you tapping in, man. Appreciate your continued support for the Big Blue crew. Same as you, Raphael. Appreciate you tapping in. Zach Attack. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man, to this early
Get that last one. Get that last one. Get that last one, bro.
What?
Get the last one. Highlight the last one.
Oh, Chapman look like created Madden player with glitch speed 99.
That's how they look, though. Real talk. When you create them big dudes that can run 98 speed, that's exactly how they look. Like, man, get out of here. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way, man. But shout out to Elijah Chapman. He is in my standouts. I'm gonna do my standouts and my call outs. That's gonna be the segment for your to players of the game and not so good players of the game, if you want to say that. But first of all, I want to talk about some injury news here. Long injury list here. As you see down the bottom, McFadden suffered they're calling it a hip injury. Lou said he got his his genitals stepped on. So, but he goes out with a hip injury, of course. That's not what you want to see, given the fact that McFadden is your starting linebacker next to Bobby Okereke. Gunnar Olszewski out 2 weeks with a groin injury. So, you know, he's the kick returner, punt returner. They did use Isaiah McKenzie in that role this past game. He looked all right. I think he looked okay, particularly in the kick return game. So that's part of the reason why they brought these players in. You know what I'm saying? So that they could, you know, have depth there in the kick return game. Because remember last year we was looking at Eric Gray. Remember the year before that last we was looking at Richie James. So to actually have some real people in there that actually can handle those duties is going to be important, especially with this injury now. And then there's Ryder Anderson. He suffered I believe, he's a hamstring injury. DJ Davison, I guess something happened with his eye or something like that.
Yeah, he couldn't see the play.
Not too sure what happened there. You got Matthew Adams with the groin, Kajus, foot injury, and then Jonathan Sutherland suffered a burner. So the main two, of course, as I said, is Michael McFadden and Olszewski, because that's your starting kick returner and your starting, linebacker next to Bobby Okereke. So I'm going around the room. Coach, how you feel about these injuries, and if you have anything to add to it, go ahead.
Some of it is just going to be easy for the coaches eventually, because if there's certain injuries on the back end players, you know what? You're going to look at that, and you know what? It's going to be easier to say, you know what? Go ahead, give him an injury settlement and let him go. So, case in point, I'm talking about like guys like DJ Davison. The eye situation, you got to take care of that, but it's, everybody always talks about, top end players with injuries. What about the back ends then? Since that's a fact. Olszewski, 2 weeks. That means you're coming back on cut down time. Again, and then you have McKenzie back there who's more than suitable. So it's like, you this is about competition. So, that's what I look at in reference to that. McFadden, you made an excellent point. Isn't Johnson hurt also? Wasn't he hurt last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnson.
So get another linebacker.
So, it's like, right now, who are you looking at? Is it who's the
Beavers? Yeah.
He couldn't tackle worth the damn yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think he played too well, to be honest.
So, that you made an excellent point in reference to that. So, the other guys, Kajus is, was he going to make the roster in the first place?
Probably not.
So, that's why it's like, I'm looking at it like, okay. Shevsky, Ryan Anderson, that you would be a little concerned, but again, that would be DJ Davison, but now he's also hurt. So it's like, okay, does that open up, for someone else, once you get past, the bit, who is what, Riley, Nacho, Chapman, Dex,
Rogers.
And Rogers.
Yeah.
So, and those two probably fighting for the last spot. So does it open up the door for somebody else behind them until one of them comes back? So, but injuries are a part of the game anyway. So, and it's 90 men, it's a 90-man roster. So, it just helps you into some of your decisions possibly.
Yeah. Salute to you, Darren Gordon. Cave, what's good, man? Salute, man. Appreciate you tapping in. The link is in the Big Blue Crew chat. If you want to join in, if you got time. But Lou, what's your thoughts on these injuries, man? I know you you mentioned about DJ Davison. I know he was one of the players, on the roster bubble here at the D tackle spot, and with Chapman showing and his injury now. looking kind of suspect, man. But what's your thoughts on these injuries?
Well, I mean, you gotta weed these guys out. This is the time that we're allotted to do so. Um, Dable said something on the podium after the game in the post game interviews where he said, we wanted to come out here and attack the field and throw the ball as deep as we could and see if we could move the ball, throwing the ball deep. So we had a lot of plays in there just to see if we could move the ball. So this again tells you what we were saying during the live stream when the haters came in, that this wasn't about winning, this wasn't about scheming, none of that was even thought of. This was about seeing what these guys can do and move them around and see where they fit, so we know who we're keeping, who we're getting rid of, and what positions group we still need to address. So the injuries just helps us further come to the conclusion of who's going to be here and who's not. And sad to say, I'm not wishing no injuries on nobody, but most of the guys that got injured who were guys who were possibly not going to be here anyway. So, that just moves the process along a little faster, and let's go scout some more of these guys that we need to bring in here to fill these roster positions.
Absolutely, man. Pat, what's your thoughts on the injuries, bro? How you feel about McFadden and Gunner going down?
Well, Gunner, I always knew it was going to be between him and McKenzie to get that position. It looks like Gunner just gave it to him. Basically getting hurt, just gave that position to McKenzie. So he'll be our kick returner, punt returner, which I'm not mad about because he did pretty well. Now the McFadden injury hurts now that Deontay Johnson is ailing. Hopefully Deontay Johnson is ready for the regular season. Him and Bobby O, I am extremely confident with those two guys until McFadden gets back. So they may have to sign a linebacker. Maybe Beavers will not make this team. And you do not want Moasau, our rookie linebacker, getting starting reps in this first NFL game. That's not going to be very good for the defense if he has to get starting reps from the very beginning. But who knows? He may surprise you. I don't know. But the injury-wise, defensive tackle-wise, just opening up for guys like Casey Rogers, who I think should make the team regardless. So I'm not too worried about the injuries. It happens. Hey, look, as long as our main people are not hurt, we only got one main guy hurt. If you want to call it that, and that's McFadden. So I'm not mad at that.
Cave, man, appreciate you tapping in, man. Salute, bro. What's good, man? How you feeling this morning?
Salute, man. Feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't the outcome of the game that we wanted yesterday, it's all good, though. Like I said, we learned a lot of things from that game from yesterday. About the O-line, you know what I'm saying? Giving up one pressure out of 19 dropbacks, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy when you look at it, man.
With the numbers, I like that. One pressure.
One pressure, man. Had a clean pocket for the most of the game and stuff like that, man. So I was happy those guys was able to pick up stunts and, stuff like that, So that was a great thing to see the offensive line really protecting, getting out there, stuff like that. And as far as the D-line, what can I say about those guys? You know what I'm saying? Elijah Chapman, like I said, man, he was running them balls down, running that dude down, man. Like I was saying on the thing, I was like, he might have not just made his way onto the roster. He's going to be pushing for a starting spot, soon. You know what I'm saying? So,
Deception,
great development.
Man. Appreciate you. Said I flew all the way out there just to watch our cheeks get clapped live and in person. Appreciate you, man. Big risk at hand. Appreciate you, man. Timothy Frith says, he has a trade for you guys. If Jones gets injured in his first series of the Giants' final preseason game against the Jets, should DeVito take over as the starting QB for the 24 season with Locke as his backup? Well, I'd imagine at that point they would look to sign another quarterback, but I don't know. But let's not hope that. Let's not put that out.
Is DJ playing in the final preseason game?
Right.
He needs to.
I don't know. Yeah, he probably does. Facts.
Yeah, he's probably gonna play in that final preseason game because of what
I'm
happened.
gonna tell you what I think needs to happen moving forward. They're doing it backwards. You need by the third preseason game, All the guys that are out there are giving it their all because they're fighting for that last spot at whatever position group they're fighting for. First preseason game, guys ain't really, hitting that hard. It's their first time back. They're trying to avoid injury. That's when the QB needs to get in there, getting into the rhythm. Game 1 of preseason. Instead of holding them off and then letting them play a long time in game 3 where everybody's hitting, trying to kill each other to put some good video on film.
Well, even Mahomes, they let Mahomes play. Andy Reid lets Pat Mahomes play in the first preseason games.
Yeah,
So that's a
to
good
get
point.
into a rhythm. Your starters need to play every preseason game. Now, how long you want them to play is up to you, but they need to play every preseason game.
This is how I would do it, Lou. I think you're absolutely right. I would have them play a drive or two in the first game, the first half of the second game, and then a drive and a drive or two in the third game, depending on how good they look that second game. If you look real good that second game, I'll play you a drive and get you up out of there. But yeah, I truly believe that, Lou. And we gotta know that Dabo's he's still a young coach and he's still figuring things out. And that injury thing scares you with this team, bro. It's just being real. And then that whole Lions fiasco, they were fighting and everything. You really didn't want nobody to take a cheap shot on elite neighbors or anything in that game as well. So I understand that too. But when you look at the whole picture thing, yes, you would want those guys to play all 3 preseason games, at least to get some snaps to get the blood flowing. You know what I'm saying? And see some live bullets. So when you go into the first game of the season, it's like, yeah, we ready. So I do understand both sides of it, but I would prefer my guys to play in all 3 preseason games.
Absolutely, man. Big task. Okay, my bad. If the Giants
Task at hand.
Timmy DeVito, he won't make it to the practice squad. I think somebody will. A quarterback needy team will probably sign DeVito to their 53. So Giants are gonna have to carry 3 quarterbacks. It is what it is. But let's get into our shout outs for this game. I'm gonna get my shout outs and my call outs here. So we're gonna start with the shout outs. And number 1, we talked about him, Elijah Chapman. Chapman. This little roly-poly dude, man. He's a monster, though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's, low to the ground. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as he said, he mentioned he's the strongest guy on the team, and he might be the fastest.
Facts.
Right.
He was moving, son.
Yo, that didn't even look real when I seen the actual play. I was like, man, ain't no way this dude ran down a running back.
Right.
Man was hustling. He was chasing a steak up the sideline. He was hungry.
Yeah, he was.
Look. That running back turned around and said, "Oh shit!"
Right.
He
might have been scared seeing him move that fast. That's why he got caught. He was scared. What the hell is that?
Exactly. So you, as a big guy, you love when little skill guys, you could see it in their face, because then you're like, yeah, I got you, little bitch. I got you, little bitch. So yeah.
But we got Chapman. Malik Nabers, man. Malik Nabers. What more can you say? I mean, this dude is he's that dude.
Oh, he's legit, man.
I mean, he is that dude. Darius Musa, I put him out there based off what we said a minute ago. With McFadden and Deontay Johnson not being in there, I thought he played pretty well. It wasn't like he did anything spectacular.
That's hilarious.
I mean, he played solid. He played pretty well. Darius Slayton. Don't want to say
Yo, he was trying to serve them papers. He got out of there. He hit it. Oh no.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
But yeah, Slayton, man, caught that deep pass from Daniel Jones. Um, again, the more you try to push this dude off the team, the more entrenched he gets in his spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Darius Slayton. Y'all know I've been you know supporting Slayton over the years. And the O line and D line, I'm just gonna put them together because I'm not going to single one particular. They all played well. I mean, you seen the first team D line with Burns. They was getting pressure on Stroud. Second team D line got in there with Chapman and what's my other man's name? He be out there balling too. Whitley.
Yep.
So they was playing well, and then the same thing with the offensive line. There was even a Evan Neal sighting. So, I thought he got in the game. Didn't he get in play? He didn't get in the game? Okay. I thought he got in the game late, but my bad on that. But definitely, man, you seen Van Roten out there. You seen Illuminor, Thomas, JMS. Salute to you, man. Coming back off the injury, man, looking solid out there. So
yes, he did.
Yeah, they play. I thought they played well in the run game. I did not like Devin Singletary's performance in the run game, but those are my standouts, my game standouts. I'm gonna go around the room, and if you agree. If you disagree, let me know. But you can give you guys the standouts as well. We'll start with Man Cave here, since you came in a little bit later. What's your game standouts?
I mean, everything on it looks good. Elijah Chapman, Malik Nabers, Darius Musa, Darius Slayton. The O line, my number two, number three would be the O line and the D line. Like I said, we're looking better in the trenches and stuff like that. That's what I've been looking forward to, see how these guys going to perform. Because, like I said, in order for us to close the gap between these other teams and stuff, we got to get better in the trenches, and it's starting to look that way. You know what I'm saying? As far as the offensive line looking, the way our defensive line looks. With Dexter in there, with Burns and, Tibbs in there and stuff like that. So those would be my Darius Slayton, Musa. Yeah, I'll say that. I agree with that.
Okay. Pat, what's your standouts for this game, man? Who you got for us?
Besides the obvious, Malik Nabers, I believe he was a standout. Darius Slayton, like you said, always seems just to rise from the dead and show everybody that he's needed. And to be honest with you, he looks faster.
Yeah.
When you look at him running to his routes and everything, he's getting better at route releasing and everything. So he's getting better. I definitely trust him more than Hyatt. Just looking from the last game, everybody's gonna come, "Ooh, you're talking about Hyatt." I'm tired of that crap too. Listen, I'm just going to give you my honest opinion about this team, and it's not going to be the right or wrong. It's just going to be my honest opinion here on out. Slayton should be your number two. Slayton is that guy that's going to get into those in routes and those slant routes better than what Hyatt can right now. Hyatt is still learning himself as far as the receiver. So you got to give that man time to develop. When he drafted him, I thought it was going to be like a 3-year study on him on how he's going to develop into a receiver. You can't just have speed in this league because everybody has speed. Stingley showed you his speed hanging with Hyatt because he's able to push him to the sideline and use the sideline as an actual defender against him. So you have to allow him to develop. And if you want the best team out there, give DJ the guy that he's been what? No, he said quick call. I thought he was talking. You got to give DJ his most reliable receiver the past 5 years with him and Malik Nabers out there. And I think that could be a very, very dangerous thing if you want the best offense out there on the field this year. Say what you want. I know Slayton's the best receiver that could be out there. And that's a fact. I'm not disappointed in Singletary's performance. I think Singletary played well. He actually picked up a 3rd and 1. He actually pushed the pile on one of those plays when you actually look at the actual film. And then he made some people miss in the hole. dare I say, he looked like Barkley on one run. If that was Barkley, that would have been all over Sports Center. So I'm actually intrigued of what Singletary could do as a running with the running game this year. And my best standout is the offensive line. Not to get too much more long with it. The offensive line showed their butts off. Pause. They blocked. Daniel Jones was able to maneuver in the pocket, move in the pocket, and throw strikes. After he got, those jitters out with those 2 interceptions. So I'm actually intrigued at what this team is looking like it can become, to be honest with you.
Absolutely, man. All facts, man. All facts, man. Especially with the offensive line, man. Because what have we all been, the ones that ain't, got Daniel Jones on their mind, what have we all been talking about? That this offensive line, you know what I'm saying? This offensive line, this offensive line, this offensive line. And me particularly, and I think all of us are here, because we all share the same opinion about this offensive line. It made me feel a lot better going into the season about not just the starters, but the depth that we have on this offensive line. So, good analysis there, Pat. Let me give some shout-outs to the chat. Mosley, peace, man. Appreciate you tapping in as always. No, appreciate you, man. Thanks for tapping in. Miz, you know where the link is if you want to join the show, brother. SETI079, appreciate you, man. Says, I give Jones a little slack. I think Jones needs to see a hypnotist to be hypnotized to forget about the past 5 years. What's
NYG,
up?
one thing. Go to Miz's second comment after he says, I got a bone to pick with you.
Right here.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm not entertaining this no more. I'm saying this is my last thing saying about this. First and foremost, during the live stream, we literally said Daniel Jones messed up on both throws. Literally said that. This right here, this is not godly. And you want to know why? No, serious. I'm dead serious. You want to know why? That's why he made me block those people. Because people like that make me get out my character and make me go back to what I used to be.
Yeah.
And I tend to study every night before I go to sleep. And everything that he's pointing to me is this. This is the only thing that gets me out of my character. And I'm not allowing that to happen anymore. If you don't think I'm criticizing Daniel Jones, that's on you. If you think I'm a Daniel Jones lover or whatever you want to think about, that's on you. I'm creating my content because the Most High gave me the ability to do it. I don't idolize nobody, and I don't. No, that's turning to idolization, and that's not me. I don't care if that dude.
Come on here and speak your piece.
If that dude bothers people that bad, that's on you.
Dude,
I'm going to give my Giants content, and I'm going to give my honest opinion. That's why I'm doing my film reviews, because that brings me peace. And instead of you throwing shots and everything, and this is not at Miz, this is just things that people do. I'm going to show you in my film reviews what I see. And if you agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't, you don't. But I'm not, that's turning into idolization. This whole Daniel Jones thing, whether you're against him or for him. And that's not of the Most High. And I'm not doing it anymore. You're not getting my energy anymore, bro. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, man.
Let me just say something to add on to that, Pat. I think in what's happened is Miz came late. Miz, you weren't here. I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but we did criticize DJ. In the very beginning, we did. So, I mean,
it's my thumbnail. My thumbnail says, "Is DJ finished?"
Yeah. So again, Miz, I don't know if you saw the beginning. So, and I get your point in terms of being fair, but then if you want to be fair, you have to be here at the beginning. And if you weren't here at the beginning, when you make a statement like that, that's not fair to us. When
made a whole video about it.
Yeah.
You know,
Liz
so
know what a
I
link
wasn't.
is,
My
though.
bad. Okay, my fault,
yeah,
family.
I know.
He know what's up, man. Let me get into this chat real quick, because we don't want to stir the show off the rails. Not yet, anyway. I think DJ's timing. He needs Dominique. Appreciate you tapping in. So I think DJ's timing. He just reads Slayton's body language a lot better than Hyatt. Yeah, they have rhythm. They have what's called chemistry together, man. Pause, but. TP, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you tapping in. Ghost Dog, what's good, fam? Appreciate you, man. Cino, what's up, man? Salute to you, man. Appreciate you joining in. Who else we got in here? Not Zay, appreciate you, man. Timing is off. Yeah, you 10 months off, man. You're gonna have a little timing issues. Andrew Forte, appreciate you tapping in. Corey Cat, appreciate you, man. Thanks for tapping in, man. We're going to talk about the Fantasy League a little bit later on, too. So, man, definitely stay tapped in. Who else we got? Eddie, what's good, man? Appreciate you tapping in. Heavyweight champ. Woo! BBK has been fair and balanced since day one that I subscribed. When the G-Men didn't play well or play well, it's always been right down the middle. You already know. Good comment, man. Definitely appreciate you and appreciate your continued support. But yeah, back to it, man.
I do want to read his comment though. He said, "Bottom line is DJ is gonna make some mistakes. I'm not saying he is Eli, but Eli has 24 games with 3 or more interceptions. Only nowadays people think a QB is never gonna make a mistake." That has to deal with the generation gap and the mindset between Generation X and whatever the hell you want to call these people nowadays.
Facts.
But nah, go ahead. Give us your standouts. Give us your standouts of the game before we get into the negative shit. I'm trying to, you know, because I got some call outs too. Yeah, you got it, bro.
Definitely, of course, Malik Nabers, showing that he's already pro ready. The game is not too big for him. The lights are not too bright for him. He's already up to speed at NFL level, in my opinion. There's a few things that, you know, you're going to need to learn as a rookie, you know, but for the most part, he's got the skill set, he's got the athletic ability, and he's hungry. He's a dog. He wants to go be that guy, right? So extremely impressed with him. I agree with you guys that Slayton is the number 2 while Hyatt continues to develop, but I think Slayton can be key in his development. With Nabers and Slayton, 2 contrasting wide receivers, he can pick both of their brains and try to emulate both of their skill sets, which will help him develop into a much better receiver, eventually taking the number 2 spot. Elijah Chapman, in my opinion, solidified his spot as a starter on this team. And Illuminor and Von Ratten held down that right side damn good, son. I don't want to see Neal nowhere near the right tackle position. Eliminator and Von Ratten held it down, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts, man. But I know you did. You said you didn't watch the game, Coach.
No, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you something.
Give us your thoughts, man.
Because I'm just looking. I'm going over box score right now, and I'm going to do a collective as well as an individual. Individual offensively in terms of like DJ, okay, 11 of 18, 138 yards, 7.7 yards average per pass. The 2 interceptions, big keep, you know, have to, but 61% completion percentage, while it's not up there, you know, usually they're in the mid 60 range, 64, 65. So, you know, that's something that, you know, has to be respected and appreciated. If we look at the overall in terms of the team, I'm looking at third down efficiency. Anybody who's ever heard me talk, that's something that I always talk about. Third down efficiency allows you to sometimes keep drives going. They're at 50%, 6 of 12. You know, so that's something that you have to factor into, you know, what's going on in the offense. Red zone efficiency, 1 of 2, 50%. Goal to goal efficiency, one of one, 100%. Penalties from the last game. Game, they had 10 penalties. They're down to 6. So they are working on that. So that's something that I do appreciate. About the return game, 124 yards in total return yards. Four for 112. I'm sorry, 124. 4 for 112 in terms of the kickoff. I mean, that gives you field positioning. So that's something that, you know what, you have to respect, you have to shout out, and say it's something that's important. So, you know, I got some on the other side too. So, do I have any defensive stats? Neighbors, it's receiving. Johnson, 5 total tackles, 2 assisted. Cloud, 4 and 1 assisted. These are all second strings. It doesn't look like we had any sacks. No forced fault, no turnover. So, you know, there's some things on the defense that needs to be cleaned up. But that's what I have right now. Go ahead and Wedgie, you got it.
Yeah. Nah, you good, man. But yeah, those are my standouts so far for this game. Now, I did like the way Eric Gray played.
Miz will be tapping in a minute.
But I didn't really like what I seen out of the other running backs per se. That's just me, you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna lead that off in my call out section. So number 5, I got the running backs. Outside of Eric Gray, I didn't think Singletary looked particularly well. Pat disagrees, but that's cool. 10 carries, 2.0 yards per carry. He did have a touchdown, so I guess that's okay. Lorenzo Lingard came in, fumbled the football. Like him. Josh Kelly, didn't do a whole lot. 4 carries, 4 yards. And none of them did anything in the receiving game outside of Eric Gray. 5 catches, 22 yards. So the running backs, I thought they were a little underwhelming per se, because there were holes open. But again, just me catching it from my eyes, you know, I definitely want to go back and look at the film to make a in-depth analysis. But go ahead, you got it.
I do want to mention. I didn't ask you.
You want me to give you the big screen?
No, I didn't ask you to zoom in. The wrong hand gesture, and it picked up on it. When Dable was at the podium, he specifically said we wanted to move the ball in the air. We wanted to push the ball deep. So he basically said we wasn't trying to run. We was trying to see what we can do with this pass blocking and some of these deep schemes that we want to run in the regular season. So with that being said, we have to, you know, take that with a grain of salt about the running backs, because in the first preseason game, he kind of featured the running game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is just a game analysis, you know, just based off what I seen and the stats and everything. They were underwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Now I get the you know, scheme plays a lot into it. It's preseason. So I'm not taking this like, oh, our running backs are trash. It's not a panic saying or anything like that.
That's what I wanted to get out there.
We not doing that. Nah, I just thought they were underwhelming in this particular game. But I am, you know, and I did say Eric Gray played well. So, John Giles, man,
what's up with Tracy? Is he hurt bad?
He's weak.
It's a low ankle sprain. You don't want to play him on a low ankle sprain that fast.
He'll be ready for game 1 though.
Yeah, man, but he's missing valuable time too. You know, as a rookie. But John Giles, man, you know, had a good return, then fumbled. Can't do that when you're fighting for a roster spot, man. You basically cut yourself.
You might have just fumbled his roster spot right there. So.
That's a dude that had the catch, and they took it out.
Yeah, took it all the way back and fumbled. You're like, man, what the hell? You make a damn good play. Man. And
he had a big catch. He had a big catch, and then they stripped it out of his hand and ran it back.
Yeah. So.
Oh man! Wow.
Yeah, it was not a good play for the young man, but you know, hey, That's football.
That's
what
one of those
happens.
moments. Oh, he think he can make the team. Oh, well, nope.
This is what happens when you don't
Almost had it.
allow contact in practice. You know, they got to get
True.
used to that contact. They got to get used to people trying to knock the ball out. They got to get used to people hitting them.
Yep, that's true, Lou. They don't do that hardly anymore. That's why the strip fumble is so prominent in the league now. You're not prepared for somebody coming there and try to punch the ball out like the Charles Tillman.
You do that, Coach. Coach said.
Look,
I see everything, Coach.
I'm just gonna say one thing. Tiki Barber. It may look ugly, but remember what happened with his fumbling issues and high and tight. You
So
may
call
say
it
it's
out.
hard to run because you want to swing the arms and get the squeeze that ball and run. They can't. It's hard for them to get it. It's hard, and that's the problem. Guys don't want to do it. They want to feel free in a sense when they're running, as opposed to understanding that's your money. How many of you look? Sometimes people used to put their wallets in their back pocket or the money in their wallets. You gotten to a point now, if you carry cash, sometimes you put it in your front pockets. You know, hell, wrap it up and put it at the bottom of the socks, whatever. You make adjustments that are not comfortable. To me, that's your money. The football is your money. You do stuff that's not comfortable to protect that money. That just, like I said, that's a pet peeve with me. I'm sorry. Turnovers are I have to admit. Turnovers, especially fumbles.
It was even worse, Coach, because I'm gonna tell you what he did. He had the ball in the outside hand, right?
I'll tell you what I'm mad.
He switches it to the inside. For some reason, and I knew that was gonna piss you off.
Nah, come here, son. You sit right here for the rest of the game. Just sit
shout
right
out
here
to
for the rest of the game.
Right. Shout out to Vontae. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button for us,
Salute to
Vontae.
Jamil, man. Appreciate you too. Got a Cowboy fan snuck in here. Neezy.
Right.
Salute.
What's going on, Neal?
Neezy.
Pause.
I don't know what that is, but
I'm not doing
Take the 2 picks away.
Slade One Gunner, appreciate you.
Hey, that's your name. That's your name.
Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all tapping in. TJ, appreciate you, man. Thanks for tapping in. Jay Lay, what it do, man? What's good with you, Jay? Appreciate
We're
you
trying to
tapping
see
in.
you on the Jumbotron, man. You wasn't wilding enough.
right.
TJ, I can tell you one thing. I ain't confusing young people for dumb people. I definitely don't. So you know that's your opinion. I don't agree with your opinion. Every last one of these guys on here are younger than me, and they're I don't consider them dumb people. So, but you know, hey, that's how you are interpreting what we are saying or what I am saying. I disagree with you, and I'm gonna leave it just like that.
Bye, TJ. We appreciate your comment. We appreciate your opinion. Slade One Gunner says commentators used to say he's a fumbler at one point.
Tiki Barber, yep, yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, Tiki Barber stayed fumbling earlier in his career, and Tom Coughlin got rid of that. He was like, man, hey, listen, I don't care if you have to carry this ball, look awkward all you want. As long as you still got your speed and run, you're going to carry the ball like this and quit fumbling.
It's 5 points of pressure, baby.
NPR
That's what it's
says
called.
Jones has PTSD with 6 years of bad O-line play.
But let's get to number 3, the secondary, y'all. This has been a
man.
hot button topic, you know, amongst, again, the people that's not focused on Daniel Jones. You know, we've been talking about this secondary, man. And look, none of them looked good yesterday. I'm going to keep it a buck. Banks didn't look great. He got beat. McLeod got beat. Flott got torched. Hawkins
Flott
got
went on the
destroyed.
Flott didn't
I mean,
play.
not Fly. I'm talking about
Yeah,
the
Trey
other guy,
Hawkins.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was getting
Hawkins got
smoked out
you.
That's what they were picking on. That's what they were picking on.
Now,
Yeah.
let me tell you about Banks real quick. That was offensive pass interference
It
with
was
Nico
for sure.
Collins. He
It
pushed
was.
them all the way to the ground. That's really the only thing Banks gave up right there. Because when it
He
came to
wasn't
the
getting
end
cooked,
zone,
but
when it came to the end zone, he was pushing them out of bounds and he was doing what he was supposed to do. I'm not worried about Banks. But what I am worried about, NYG been talking about it for months.
We need a
That
number
second
2.
cornerback position, Lord have mercy. Something got to get, because if we're not getting pressure, it's a completed pass wherever that quarterback 2 is right now. And that has to change. They're definitely going to have to get in the lab about that because, and let's be honest, the Texans are a very good team, bro. They got Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Diggs out there. So you expect to give up some plays to the Texans. That's a fact. The Texans are a good team. They're going to do that to good secondary. So I'm not going to totally destroy them, but that doggone Trey Hawkins, Lord have mercy. I think I might be able to get a 5-yard route on him. I don't know what's going on with Trey Hawkins right now. I don't know if they threw him in there too fast last year and it's just rubbing off on him this year, pause. But he got to get it together if you want a roster spot to meet.
Point blank.
Man, everybody eats.
He ain't that good, bro. You gotta think. This dude's what's he, a 6th-round pick?
Yeah. Everybody
you working
eats.
with one of the best DB coaches in the league. I gotta call a spade, man. He might not just be that good.
Man, he was that bad. I'm thinking about doing a film review just on him. Like, man, like you gotta. It's like the only thing you really guard is if he's able to push you to the boundary. That's it. Anything else, it's time to eat.
Facts, and that is not good, man. That is not good. Tyler Nubin, I thought he was all right out there. Pinnock was Pinnock, but
Dane Belton got to play a little bit better too.
Yeah. Belton was getting cooked. You know, it was not a good showing, man, for that secondary as a unit. You know, like Pat said, I'm not worried about Deontay Banks. I'm not even worried about the safeties. It's that second cornerback spot, man. You know, that's got me because even in the slot, Drew Phillips didn't play yesterday. So, but yeah, man. Cave, which coach? You got?
I gotta go to Cave. Go to Cave first.
As far as that secondary, man, it's kind of sad where a position is up for grabs and nobody is really like trying to get the position or that's on the team already. And it's sad that you almost got to like bring somebody else in. It's like a position is open. These guys not even really fighting for it to really get in there and take over and see like, yo, this is my position. Flop been out, but Herndon, Hawkins, I don't even care whoever you put out there. McLeod too, so McLeod should take that spot, but he got to do it. Like I said, he really got to take the goat by the horn, man. I got to see that because I ain't seeing it right now. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like I said, we're gonna have to get a CV2 somewhere somehow. You know what I'm saying? I know Gilmore just signed with the Vikings, but I know he wasn't coming here. So we have to look out there, man. But like I said, QB2
with the Vikings. I thought he wanted to play for a contender.
Yeah, he signed with the Vikings today, a 1-year deal.
$10 million.
See,
it was about the money.
That's what I be saying, bro. Oh, you want to go to a contender? No, it's about the fucking money. Coach, like you say it all the time, bro.
It's a business. 10 mil is 10 mil. I'm sorry. Right. So there you may run across 1-2 players out of a whole league, or a small number of players who, you know what, I'm gonna take a short pay, unless you're on the back end of your career. But if you're a named players, unless that team is, legitimately stacked to really make a strong Super Bowl run, and you don't have a Super Bowl. Let me preface that by let me add that. If you don't have a Super Bowl, then I could see you, all right, let me take a. But other than that, you got your Super Bowl. It's about that bank, baby. And $10 million versus $5 million or $3 million.
Show me the money.
Exactly. So, So,
What was your thoughts
hey.
on CB2, Coach? I thought you had a comment on the corners.
well, I was going to ask y'all questions. How did the first team starting defense look?
Well,
Oh, they look pretty good.
Okay.
To be
All right.
honest with you,
to be honest, our defense, our starting defense has not given up a touchdown.
Okay, and I asked that
In
for a
both
specific
games.
reason. I
In
asked
both
that for a specific reason because I'm looking at stats, and I'm looking at third down efficiency, 7 of 13. I talked about third down efficiency for the Giants. This game showed me that neither team stopped either team on third down efficiencies. But again, it could be more on the back end. I understand that. Total yards, 369 yards for the Texans. They had 70 plays. They averaged 5.3 yards per play. Passing yards, 255 yards, 24 of 36, 6.7 yards per reception. Rushing yards, 114 yards on 32 carries, 3.6 yards. They were 3 for 4 in red zone, 2 for 3 in efficiency, goal-to-goal efficiency. No turnovers, and they didn't have any sacks. That's why I asked that. That's the biggest thing. We talked about Burns and Kayvon, and I was saying the defensive line played well. Well, sorry, fellas, where the sacks? I at least need to see
they were
one.
called back on holding
Holding.
plays. They were held because if they didn't hold them,
Yeah, they had a
Stroud
few
would have got
holds.
killed on about 3
And
plays
then
if they weren't
Burns
holding.
let up on one. I feel like he let up on a player too.
Okay,
So
okay. See,
they
and
weren't
that's
trying
why I need to see the game because we gave up one, but it was on to the 1 of 10 yard.
And then
DJ
we
had no
always say
sacks.
what? It's not about the sacks. It's about
It's
the
about the
pressures,
pressures and the hits.
And
Did they? And that's where I was going to ask you next.
Mhm.
Did they get pressures? Did they get hits on you? Like you said,
Yeah.
Stroud almost got killed on a couple. Okay, which is now saying to me, okay, so a lot of this is probably on the back end, which is later in the game. That's why I wanted to know how did the starters do, because now we need to get turnovers because we had 5 turnovers. They had none. Let me double check. Wait a minute. I think it.
Yeah, we had 5 turnovers.
2
Yeah, we have
interceptions,
Yeah.
3 fumbles.
Yeah, they had none.
If you really want to say about that game, starters versus starters, it's 14-10 Texans at halftime.
Thank you.
That's what it was. 14-10 Texans at halftime, and we gave up a pick 6. To be honest with you,
Right.
7 of it was actually on the offense. So really, we were beating them 10-3, 10-7. So I'm actually proud of that defense, coach. With teams like that, sometimes you got to play, hold them to minimum points on that drive.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a Super Bowl contention team.
Yeah,
Let's not
that team is like loaded, bro.
Against a first-year team of young guys.
That team is loaded. They got Dalton Schultz, Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, good offensive line, CJ Stroud. That team is loaded. And if they don't get at least 11 to 12 wins this year, I don't know what's going on over there in Houston.
One thing I did want to say, because I forgot who posted the clip that I saw. I saw a clip where they flexed Isaiah Simmons out in man-to-man on the tight end, and they went to him, and he defended it
Isaiah
perfectly.
Simmons defended it well, yeah.
So that also tells me how they're gonna use Isaiah Simmons, in certain man-to-man situations. He's taking a certain slot guys and the big body tight ends or big body receivers.
Now, coach, the thing that I'm worried about with Isaiah Simmons in that role, you cannot put him on fleet-foot receivers because they will eat all game long. He's a long, rangy strider of a runner.
Because he's
not going to do well. Yeah, he's not going to do well with receivers that can make quick moves. Shown with Michi in that game. Michi ate his lunch.
Okay.
Because he's a quick, fleet-footed receiver.
Salute,
But
Jacob.
put him on tight ends, I think he will
big
be
body
great
receivers.
this year.
That's why I said
big body
receivers.
receivers. Yes, he will do great. But if you put him on somebody that's more quick than fast, it's over with. They're going to eat all game long. That's his weakness. That's what you can't put him against.
The links in the Big Blue Crew chat, Miz, just go to the Big
We're trying
Blue
to
Crew
make us bring weirdos on here, man.
in the entertainment chat.
No, I got it. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna send it to his personal.
Okay. All right. I
His
see y'all in the
personal.
chat too. Metro, appreciate you. A fat American. Um,
What?
who else we got in here? That's the name on the screen. I'm just reading the name. Dwayne Lowry. Neymar, appreciate you. Another Dick Cowboys fan. And Kid Cowboy, appreciate you. Thanks for tapping in. Chris Ram, appreciate you. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate y'all, man, joining us in on this Sunday edition
Yes,
of
sir.
Giants Conversation.
Yes, sir.
Talked
All
about
right,
the
Miz.
secondary.
Miz, go to your DMs on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and it's in your private chat. It's there. So go ahead, bro.
And you can access it from your phone, so you don't need your computer. But yeah, we need to have a tech class with y'all guys one day. Just going over little shit like finding links. Pause. Number 2, Azeez Ojulari. I know he had a pressure in there, but I was watching this dude a lot the whole game, and he ain't have the effort that I was looking to see from somebody that's a backup. What's good, Miz? Appreciate you tapping in.
What's going
But
on?
he did not have the effort that I wanted to see from somebody who is in a contract year first. And, quite frankly, man, you got 2 guys in front of you on the roster. And, Whitley quietly back there is making a little noise. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Azeez, I thought he looked bad. I didn't think he looked good in the run game. Real quick, I'm going to land it in a minute. And, yeah, it's preseason. But it's not like you're an established player. You know what I'm saying? You still have a lot to prove, Mr. Ojulari. And I just, out of everybody on the D line, I thought he probably played the worst.
Man.
So
As from like the rotation people, not the back end guys, but talking about
Right.
the guys we expect to make the roster.
just
Go ahead.
just to clarify what you're talking about, NYG, what do you expect to see out of him? Like, what are your expectations for Azeez Ojulari, so I can get a clear view of what are you saying about Ojulari? What do you expect him to
I
be?
expect to see effort for one, because you're out there and I'm looking at, and he's letting up on plays. He's not fighting through blocks. I just don't see the effort. He just seems like a guy that's just kind of going through the motions. It's like, and it's like if he don't have a chance to rush the passer, he don't really want to be out there on the play. And I don't know, man. I'm having my reservations about Azeez Ojulari at this point, man, because again, you are in a contract year, and as I said, this is a perfect opportunity for him to make some bread.
Right.
And you letting Whitley and some of these other guys outplay you, Chapman, like, bruh.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how I feel about it, bro.
I agree with NYG. I see that dude guy getting up on a lot of plays, man. I don't see the motor in him. I don't see the relentless pressure and all that type of stuff. It looked like if the play's not going to his side or not, like he's giving up. Like you can tell, you could look at the film yourself and see he's just standing around.
He should have been out there shining, bro. You're an established starter. You going against, a team
2s and 3s.
Right.
Yeah, you should be eating a lunch.
So this is just based off of like a disappointment factor.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're disappointed.
I'm not saying he's
Azeez.
trash. I don't see the want to.
This goes back to what I was telling you guys in the beginning when they signed Brian Burns. Is he letting that get to his head? Like, damn, that was supposed to be me. You see what I'm saying? That was supposed to be me. I was supposed to be the other guy opposite of Thibodeau. And we were supposed to have that chemistry going and getting after the quarterback. We were supposed to be the 2 pillars on this team. Is he letting that get to his dome? Like I don't want to be here anymore. You see what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about with Azeez Ojulari in the beginning of the season. That can happen because that is a culture shock to a person. When you were told when he got here, we're drafting Kayvon Thibodeau to be opposite of you so we can have bookend defensive ends, and then I get injured, and then they bring in Brian Burns. And I know Lou's get ready to say that's weak. Yes, that is kind of weak. Yes.
I didn't even hear what you said. I was just disciplining my son.
Oh,
Discipline
okay.
himself.
But that can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody brings somebody at your position and pays them top dollar, which you thought that you could get when you were here, when you were drafted, and they drafted Thibodeau, they told you, you two guys are going to be the pillar of this defensive line. And then I get injured, and then the very next year, they don't give me a second chance to prove myself. They bring in somebody at my position and pay him top dollar. That can get in your head, and that can make you be like, well, why am I here? You see what I'm saying?
I agree with that. It could get in your head, but you got to have the mental fortitude to say, F that. I'm here because I'm Aziz, and I'm going to show them why I'm here.
But you know what? I haven't seen from Aziz what happened with Darius Slayton. Look at what Darius Slayton looked like. They was about to cut him, and then look, and they
that's what I'm saying.
He got better, yeah.
You can say that's weak. I was just getting ready to get there. Well, everybody be eye to eye. I was just getting ready to get to that point. You have people like Slayton, who was literally benched behind David Seals, benched, and came back in and not only played well, led the team receiving the next 2 years. And then this year, basically going through the same thing, going through the motions. But yesterday, he looked explosive. He looks ready to play. That's why I like Darius Slayton. Pause. Like, nothing gets to that dude. He's just going to go out there and play. Whether you like him, whether you diss him, whether you say he's trash, whether you say he can't catch, whether you say that he's not a good receiver, that dude just goes out there and he produces when he gets his chances.
And
Does
he
he
stands
drop
up
the
for his quarterback when they try to throw him under the bus. He stands up for his QB and his teammates.
Every time. He stands up for the team, and he really shouldn't really do it because they've been crapping on him since the beginning. But guess what? He's been a stand-up dude. You need dudes like that on your team. That's just a fact. And I'm telling you, that's receiver too. And you can clown me all you want, but that dude is receiver too. And I think he could ball out with Nabers out there on the field because DJ has a rapport with him. So if he doesn't have Nabers, guess what? He's still comfortable throwing it to Slayton.
Yeah.
And that will make DJ better. But who knows? I don't know. But
yeah, nah, that's a damn good point, man. That's a damn good point, man. And it's just, and Aziz, like I said, a player like that, you are in a perfect position, bro. If you thinking about getting another contract, whether it's with the Giants, which it probably won't be, but where whoever, you're in a perfect position because now you don't have the pressure to go out there and produce. If you come in, play whatever, how many snaps per game, and say you come away with 7.5 to 8.5 sacks. That's a contract. That's a pretty good contract from an NFL team. And that's going to be easier to do with somebody like Brian Burns on this team right now. So if that is the case, he's looking at it all wrong, and he ain't going to be long on this team for real. But let me catch up the chat, and then we're going to get to Miz. Appreciate you chopping it, joining in. Cologne says Ojulari just getting the feel right now.
Fellas, gotta make a store run real quick.
Go ahead, you got it. Ojulari, yeah, I mean that could be true, but again, I mean, I'm not seeing that from any of the other players. I'm not seeing that from Burns. I'm not seeing that from Thibodeau. Like we mentioned, Slayton. I mean, guys are ready. They got the so-called feel for it already. Where's he at? You've been on this team now for this is 4th year. So I need to see more from this cat. 2nd round pick. Come on, let's get it.
One thing I know about this regime, it look like they give these guys opportunity and time, and then if not, they'll get somebody that play their position and get rid of them. And Aziz has had a lot of opportunity, man. Last year, I thought he was really gonna pick it up and stuff like that, but he really didn't even pick it up and take control the position and stuff like that. Then they went and got Burns. You look at these preseason games, he don't even look like, you got a guy that took your spot. He don't even look like he wants to be part of the team, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the motor in him. I don't see like the effort level in him like Chapman and these other guys, man. It's like, bro, you got to step up, man. If you want to get another contract, make this team, you know what I'm saying? But Me personally, I won't even be surprised if they trade this guy. You know, what I'm saying, before the season or something like that during the season. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think they still need him, but because you really ain't got much behind him, unless you know what's Whitley. I mean, this is an undrafted free agent. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't. They don't view Simmons as that type of pass rusher. They don't, you know, Boogie Basham. We talk about him. You know, I don't think he's the type of dude. So they actually need this dude. That's why it's so disappointing to see him perform like this.
But the thing about it is with him. But the thing with him is what else do he do though? If you don't rush the passer, he ain't getting to the passer because he ain't stopping to run. He ain't setting the edge. So that's what I'm saying. If you can't do that, then he's just gonna sit him and get somebody else in there.
Yeah, like Darnell said, they ran the ball towards him and he could never get off his blocks. Darren says it. Aziz gave up the edge on a couple big runs. Again, that's what I'm saying. If he's not rushing the passer, it don't look like he's interested in being out there. And you need more from a guy you picked in the second round. You know what I mean? So, but Lou, what's your thoughts on Aziz Ojulari?
I mean, when he's in the game, he makes an impact, but he can't seem to stay healthy. You know,
that's another thing. Yeah.
That seems to be the biggest issue with him is availability. When he's out there, he's a force to be reckoned with in regular season. But can he stay out there? Can we afford to gamble on him another year? So, yeah, he might be in his head because of the Brian Burns signing, but prove us wrong.
Right.
This is a man sport. This is a contact sport. You got to be as strong mentally as you are physically, more so even. You know what I mean? So, you know, you got to take the bumps and the bruises physically. You got to be able to work through the mental bumps and bruises. Prove us wrong. Go earn your money.
Yeah. That's a fact, man. But Coach, you still there? Coach might have stepped away for a minute. Miz, we're gonna go to you. What's your thoughts on Aziz Ojulari? Let's just talk about Aziz before we get to the elephant in the room. That's gonna be.
I don't know, man. He not living up. Bottom line, he's not living up. He don't even show any passion anymore. That's what I don't like. He don't show any emotion, any passion, any. If you're angry about something, go out there and play with some anger. He doesn't. It's only preseason, so I got to be fair because I say that about other people. So, but he hasn't shown any fire in a long time. Let's be honest, man. It's not even about yesterday. I don't know what else to say. Like, he probably won't be on the team next. He's not gonna be there next year. Matter of fact, if he don't show something soon, he might not even be on the team early this year.
That's what me and Kate was saying. Yeah, what if they look to trade him? I still think that's kind of tough to do because, you know, you still want some depth behind Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau. You know, even
I agree.
Doesn't really want to be here, but again, man, you want him to show you something.
But you don't want to be here. How could you not want to be here? You haven't been here. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you owe them some time. You've been out for so long. Why don't you get in there and prove yourself like you did in your rookie year?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There'll be opportunities. They're going to use the third edge. You know that. They're going to be opportunities.
I think
I really don't know what to say about the guy. I liked the guy when we got him. I was excited. Now it's like kind of ran its course. It's kind of getting dry. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're right. Just reading through some of the comments in the chat. But so yeah, but I
don't take much from yesterday. It's preseason, man. You see a couple of plays, you get excited, you get angry, blah blah. Some of the fan bases right away can't wait for something to go wrong with Daniel Jones so they can jump all over. We know that. That's one side of the fan base. My thing is this, man. We're big supporters of the guy because we're old school. We understand what he's been through. We understand what it takes to build a team around a quarterback and what you need to succeed. He can't carry everybody on his own shoulders. 3 different coaches, 3 different systems, injuries, never had an O-line. He's finally got weapons in an O-line right now. First time getting on the field in almost a year, right? We got all that. The thing is this, man, and I throw yesterday out the window. I don't care. And it wasn't all bad. He had one horrible decision on the goal line. We all know that. And I don't really care because it's preseason. As long as he doesn't make that in week 1 against the Vikings. But all I'm saying to us, and Pat's not here right now because I'd rather have talked with Pat on, but I'm sure he.
You don't want to talk with me? What you got against NYG, bro?
That's not what he meant.
I'm fucking with him, yo.
Pat's the guy. We all love Pat, and I hold Pat on a high standard. So what I'm saying is this, man. We can't just all the time rah, everything is good and always defend this guy Jones. There's times when we're gonna have to listen to the other side, even if a lot of them are idiots, and kind of hear out. What I'm saying is we got to do a fair evaluation. As a Blue Crew, I would like us to have a fair evaluation. And when someone has a critique of Jones and it's warranted, we should kind of hear it out. That's all I'm saying. Nothing more than that. I'm not throwing the guy in the garbage. I'm not saying he's ass. Get rid of him. I'm sick of him. I hope we go 1-16 so that we could get a quarterback. It's nothing like that, bro. I never go into it. I never root for my team to lose unless there's 4 games left. We're complete trash, and I think that we need to get that higher pick. And I don't even like to do that. But you know what I'm saying. Lou understands.
No, but we said it yesterday during the game when he pump fake and took the ball down like he was going to run and then decided to throw that awful pick 6. We said it then and there. It was like, yo, that was a boneheaded, stupid-ass move on DJ. You either throw it out of bounds or you throw it down at the ground at the receiver's feet, at Theo Johnson's feet.
Yeah. We called it, Lou. Me and you called it. We both said it at the same time.
You don't take the pick. You throw that shit out of bounds or you throw it at the ground.
If you have to, Lou, if you listen to Carl Banks too, he was right. If you have to, you swallow it and give up 2 instead of 7.
Instead of 7, yeah. In worst case scenario. But, again, boneheaded move, stupid on his part. The second interception, not so much. That was more on the receiver, in my opinion. He could have threw the ball a little better, but the receiver allowed the DB to push him out of bounds and basically nullify him from being able to get up and defend against the interception.
Right.
But
there's 2 parts to that long play, not just Jones's throw. Right, you're right. So,
but I mean that first one definitely for sure was 100% on him.
JCNYC. I don't know whose channel this is going to, but says, did the first team defense, appreciate the super chat first of all, thank you for the $2 super chat. Did the first team defense surrender a touchdown? No, they did not.
Thank you, JCNYC.
They to be fair, they gave up a drive that went up the field, and then they held it down on the goal line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now in a regular season game, to be fair, that probably would have been 3.
Right?
I don't know. They usually go for it. Yeah, teams be going for it a lot now.
First drive of the game, NYG. First drive of the game. You're not going to put 3 on the board at home. First drive of the game.
Depends. Some coaches. I mean, I see what you're saying though. Yeah, they might play it a little more conservative. I get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I don't.
Look, man. My expectations of Jones is high, and this is it. So, if I'm disappointed in a fucked up throw on a goal line like that, it's because I'm holding this guy high, and I've been fighting for him against idiots all year. So, you know what I mean? So now,
crowd favorite.
When I gotta go into the other side and listen to them, I gotta actually listen this time because, let's just say one went their way. So I'm gonna sit there and listen. But then I'm gonna tell you, yo, it's preseason, and he hasn't been on the field in a year. It sounds like excuses, but it's also part of the puzzle.
I think the problem is we're fair. I know I am. I know Pat and Lou are. You know what I'm saying? And I've been more critical of Daniel Jones than they have. But what people want us to do is have this shit on Daniel Jones session. Like, people want me to come up on here instead of saying, he had a bad play, he had a good play. They want me to come up here and say, Daniel Jones is fucking ass. We need a new quarterback, and I'm done with him. This is what they want to hear. That's why they get mad at us. You're not getting mad at us because we're not critiquing him or criticizing him, because we do. Because if you're saying that, you're not watching the content. You're mad because we're not going on here saying, you guys were right, and Daniel Jones is complete doo-doo, and he's the worst quarterback in the NFL, and we should go trade for Spencer Rattler. That's what you guys want us to come up here and say. But you can't make me, you know what I'm saying? You can't make me say something that I don't believe is true.
Let's go.
Fell off.
He dropped off. I guess he'll be back in a little bit. I know he wanted to have this conversation with Pat, but I'm just being 100%. Like, that's what they want. Oh, you guys don't criticize Jones. The fuck we don't.
Hey,
I was the first dude to come on and say that was a boneheaded play. That was a stupid play.
Mm-hmm.
Said it live when it happened.
Yeah. So I don't know what else you want. For real, I'm not going to turn my channel into a Daniel Jones piss fest. I'm not going to do that. This show is about the New York Giants. The New York Giants, not the New York Daniel Joneses, not the New York Saquon Barkleys, not the New York Brian Burnses. It's
Not
about
the
the New
Giants
York.
haters.
Right, it's about the New York Giants, and y'all have to understand that. So when we do talk, yeah, there's going to be people that have disagreeing opinions, and guess what? They get to come on here and say that. We only kick the ones out that's being disrespectful towards us personally. All you guys have a voice over here, so don't.
And that's
feel
why.
like, yeah, don't do. I hate that shit. Get kind of it annoys me a little bit. It's like we all fair. When the fuck haven't we been?
Yeah, that's why. Hey, did you get a super chat?
Yeah, I don't know who it was. I read it. I guess she was gone. That was
JC NYC.
NYC.
No, I'm talking about you. Like you.
Me? No, that's not for me. No, that's not my channel. That's
Either you,
I guess that's it's
We need to get Ralph to type you $1.
What's up, Joe?
Yo, but that's why I came on and said what I said in the very beginning. You're not getting that energy out of me no more with DJ, bro. You want to idolize DJ? That's
No, but you got to hear what he said when he came on. You weren't here. You didn't hear his point. That's not
yeah,
what
he
said.
wanted to have a back and forth with you, so to speak. But so y'all go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
I give y'all a few minutes on that. Miss, you want to talk to Pat?
No. What I was saying is
I gotta catch the chat up anyway. Y'all go ahead.
All right, what I was saying is basically, we're in year 6 and we understand the game very well. Everybody here understands the game. We got the old school and we got the modern day football, and we understand that this guy Jones has not fucking been treated fair or right by this organization at all. Yeah, they paid him, but I'm talking about 3 coaches, 3 systems, never having an O-line. This is the first year he's going to have a real O-line with real weapons. And they got his knee torn and his neck. He never had these injuries in college. So, I blame the organization. They were a mess, and they messed him up with their mess. But what I'm saying is we're in year 6, and we have to evaluate this guy fairly. I want this guy to succeed. I love Jones like you guys do, but I also realize that this is it. So forget yesterday. That shit is preseason. I don't care about preseason, man. I really don't. Get your shit out right. You throw a bomb, it gets picked off. Who cares? You took a shot deep in preseason. That's all. And it wasn't even his fault, really, if you look at the play. But what I'm saying is this. When we get to the regular season, we can't just be Jones protectors all year long. We're going to have to start looking at this. This year is the year we're going to look at it straight, fairly. And when I'm saying, Pat, as a crew, we at the end of the day, we have Jones's back. But the thing is this, man, if he don't live up, we have to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? We can't just defend Jones because we don't like the way the other side talks about him. You know what I mean? You kind of get what
so have you ever seen me do that?
No, I'm just saying as a whole. I'm saying
I'm just asking you questions because I want to know. Have you ever seen me do that? Just defend Daniel Jones when he did something egregiously dumb?
No,
like the interception that he threw The first one that he threw. Did you see me defend that? Or did I say that was dumb? He double clutched, he second thought himself, and he pumped the ball to Theo Johnson because Petrie ran up and he would have picked that off if he would have threw it the first time. And when he pumped it, he should have just threw it at his feet. That's exactly what I said. That was dumb. And I explained the whole situation. When he got grabbed, he didn't want to give up a safety, so he just threw it out there and made the ultimate dumb mistake in giving up a pick six. That was all on him. The second pick that I explained, I said he was throwing it deep, how it got knocked to the boundary, and it was basically 2-on-1 over there with damn, I always forget his name, but he cold, the Texans cornerback. Stingley made a great play on that ball. Daniel Jones on that play, what he was wrong about is he threw the ball on the line to the inside, which allowed that DB to come and make a great play because he's a great player.
Right.
That's on Daniel Jones too. And then literally in my video, I said, if Daniel Jones, if you continue to play like you did on those two particular plays, you will not be a Giant after this year.
Yep.
It's all on you. The offensive line, that was no excuse. The offensive line, ball. Straight facts, ball. That was on Daniel Jones, both of those passes. Didn't say, oh, it was this because no, Daniel Jones screwed up. And guess what? I'm going to do a film review today to show you why he screwed up on those two plays. But I'm also going to show you the good plays that he did.
Yes.
And that's what people don't like. That's what people don't like. You can criticize Daniel Jones, but you can't do it logically. You just got to say that he's the worst thing to ever lace up on a football field. And that's not going to happen with me. I'm going to give you a fair evaluation. And if my evaluation of him throughout the season that he just didn't get it done,
big money.
guess what? He won't get it done. And he will be gone.
Money. Thank you for Pat's super chat there for Darnell. Big Money says, showing the
Appreciate
love.
you.
Love when you guys are on. Pause, Lou.
But that's the way it's gonna go. And if you don't like that, don't watch. It's not like you're saying that Daniel Jones can't do no wrong when you say, hey, look, the offensive line allowed him to get killed on this play. That's not you making an excuse for Daniel Jones. That's just showing you what happened.
Facts.
Oh, Daniel Jones threw this ball and it was a completed pass, but you got to say that, he didn't lead his receiver, or he didn't throw it in the perfect spot, or he didn't throw it in this area.
Jesus Christ.
Like every quarterback in the league just leads the receiver 90 yards down the field, and it's a touchdown every play with every other good quarterback.
What's up, Joe?
What's going on, Joe? Like you don't see Justin Jefferson out there making one-hand catches between two people. Like you don't see Jamar Chase jumping over people's heads and grabbing the ball behind them like Malik Nabers did on that one pass Daniel Jones threw, which was a good pass, but Malik Nabers adjusted and made it a great play.
All right.
So if you don't like fair criticism, don't watch.
Here's my take. NYG, put me on the big one. Pause.
Yeah, that was a major pause.
What you want, a big one? Whoa.
Big screen, you fucking.
Yeah, then you pull that big microphone closer to your face when you said that.
There's no sound.
All right. Unpopular opinion right here. On NYG show.
You had it.
The
Hit that like
Unpopular
button.
Opinion Sports. All right. Unpopular opinion. For all of the DJ detractors and DJ haters. All right. New York Giants will be the greatest show on turf this year, Big Blue version. DJ will ball out. All right. I'm expecting 42 touchdown passes from DJ this year. That's right. I said it. I didn't stutter. 42 TD passes for DJ this year, and possibly 8 running, totaling 50 touchdowns. Greatest show on turf, Big Blue version. And take that shit to the bank, 11-6. Let's
Yesterday, it was always wiggling this that was getting it working.
Huh? What's going on over there, Mr. Kim?
He said,
What is the other one?
Sweet Joe.
There we go.
What is going on?
Yeah, you know what? I think the only thing.
All I'm saying, Pat, is this is what I wanted to say. Don't take it the wrong way, Pat. It's not you. I'm not saying Pat. I'm saying our whole thing that we got going on here. I don't want to be like, yo, the way those guys put down Jones out of hate, they don't even look at it fairly. Like you said, they won't even call out the good plays in the second quarter. They're only going to talk about 2 interceptions.
You
I
don't
don't
want to
be on the other side. I don't
Yeah.
want to just love the guy because we love him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Well,
understand where you're
why
coming
don't you
from.
try this? 2 years ago, who went 10-5-1? DJ without a receiver? Okay. Who went 10-5-1 2 years ago?
It was 9-7-1.
But it wound up 10.
Oh, because
Talking about the playoff win.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Give the guy a freaking break. He's out there busting his nuts, and you're here criticizing him. You're criticizing him. Right?
Mhm.
We can't come down on the kid because he got hurt last year, because he got injured last year. You want film so that you can sit there and break down last year. Well, he didn't play last year, but he played the year before, the whole season. He had a pretty good record. He had a pretty good year. Let's move on, guys.
6 fourth quarter comebacks, or 5 fourth quarter comebacks.
Yeah. So let's just see what he does. I'm rooting for him just as the biggest of you all. I'm the biggest root out of everybody. He needed guns. He needed weapons. He needed support. He needed staff. He needed coaches. He needs. Well, it's coming.
Basically, what every
not fast
quarterback
enough for
needs,
everybody?
Joe.
Huh?
Basically, what every quarterback needs to succeed.
Yeah, he does. You're right, Pat. That's the thing there. Well, I see improvement. I see vigor. I see stamina. And I see 2 wide receivers. They're going to break this game open if they stay healthy. That's the key. Can Daniel Jones keep that crew healthy and together? And then they can make a run. But if one of them gets hurt, or because DJ throws a misplaced ball, a guy goes up toward tears his knee out.
Mhm.
You know?
Yep.
So
JC, thank you. Says, I wonder if a DJ problem is mental. After 5 years, he still doesn't slide, holds ball too long, lacks confidence, in my opinion. I hope he slings it more.
And JC, with that comment right there, I'm going to show you that DJ did slide in the pocket. This is what film review is for. I'm telling you, after those 2 interceptions, DJ played pretty doggone well. Whatever you want to say, I'm just going to show you the good and the bad. And the people that don't like it, don't watch. That's all I'm going to tell you. This is all I'm going to do throughout the whole season. That's what the Most High put on my heart, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you the good and the bad. And if you can't take it either way, that's on you. Pause. There's going to be literal film reviews, and hopefully Coach will be able to show up, NYG will be able to show up, and the whole crew will be able to show up, and we're just going to talk film. And that's all we're going to do. Going to show you the good and the bad. And when it comes to whether he's here or not, you're going to see why. And if you want to accept it, then accept it. If not, continue to idolize Daniel Jones because you don't even realize you're doing it. And that's a fact. When that man has you that riled up to where all you think about is that man every freaking day, every move that he makes, that's idolization. And that's not of the Most High. And I'm just being real about that.
Rafael Colón, mi
It's
hermano.
good, Rafi. Appreciate you tapping in, bro.
No, that's not Rafael. That's different Rafael.
I know who that is. Yeah, he from the Spaces. I know.
Yeah,
I know Rafi.
that's old man Ralphie.
Yeah, loud voice. Yeah,
Man,
He
Ralph.
come in,
Hey,
he
shout out to
talks
Ralph.
everybody.
That dude funny as I don't know
That's
what,
my
bro.
dude, man. Yeah, he a real one though. He know what it is. Yeah, he ain't on that. He ain't on that stupid shit.
Joe said DJ out there busting his nuts.
So I think with DJ, I think like what they want to see him like overthrow the receivers, so they gotta go get the ball, run under it. You know, so they'll feel much better. Or they're gonna blame his accuracy on that. You know what I'm saying? On them long passes, they want him to see the overthrow the receiver.
Weekend right now.
No, his
You know what
long
I'm saying?
passes have been good, man. His long passes have been really nice. Yesterday, listen, man. First of all, Hyatt can't let the corner get under and in front of him like that. You just can't allow that. But he's a young receiver, so we're gonna give him a pass. He's gonna learn. The only thing Jones with that pass, like Pat was saying, like I was saying in my video last night, the trajectory. Like I played quarterback. Right. The ball needs to come from a higher, like more of a rainbow.
Towards
not on that bullet. You know?
Right.
When you come the ball come really high from out of the sky on a deep pass, the corner can't really get in front of it. He's got to look around, and at the same time, he's afraid that receiver going to catch and break away. So he's more worried about tackling the receiver.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but when the ball coming on a rope and it's like head level, it's easier for a corner to
inside.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, on the inside. You got to be thrown towards the outside.
And that's not a big deal. That's what preseason's for. They'll get that right in the season. That's all.
But that boneheaded panic decision in the end zone, yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
You can't do that.
Definitely gotta criticize him about that. That's worth criticism. I promise you it is.
Throw it at the receiver's feet. Throw it at his feet. Throw it at his feet.
Or if worse comes to worse and you can't get it off in time, then take the safety and not the pick six. For God's
Facts.
sake.
I'd rather give up 2 points
do you
than
think
7.
Jones? Do you think because of that and because Dable left him in the game, probably because the beginning was so rusty, you think that he plays versus the Jets a quarter?
Yes.
He
got to put him out there against the Jets.
He's got to get in his groove before the season opener. You got to knock that rust off. You got to get him into a rhythm, which is why I said earlier in the stream, they're doing it backwards. You know, because game 3 of the preseason is final cuts. You know, so everybody's going to be out there trying to kill each other to earn a spot. DJ needs to be in the first preseason game for the first half to start getting into a rhythm.
Yeah, I think the reason he's playing because he was out last year and stuff. He come back up, but because if he played last year and all that stuff, he probably won't. You know what I'm saying? Play the third game, but he's been having a lot of rest.
I disagree with that. I think they should get some run in every preseason game to get used to being hit, get used to being under pressure, get back into the flow of things.
But what they
Same
did
thing with practice. There needs to be contact at practice. You won't have all them fumble issues if you're going through the contact drills at practice.
Well,
And they can't do those contact drills.
Right. I mean, I think another thing that helped in the training camp was like, getting rid of the 7-on-7 and just doing the 11-on-11.
Good, Jay.
Yep.
Appreciate you tapping in.
Yep.
But yeah, we talked about Daniel Jones enough, so I'm gonna leave that alone here.
Never talk about Daniel Jones enough, NYG. It's never enough.
Never enough.
It can never end, man. But you guys were talking about it a little bit, so let's spin it ahead to next week. Now, next week they got joint practices with the Jets, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily know. I know you guys were talking about if Jones and some of the stars are going to play. I don't necessarily know if that's going to be the case because I kind of feel like when they have these joint practices, they want to limit the exposure in the actual game. So you might see him for a series or two, but I don't think you're going to see anything like you've seen in this Houston game because remember, they didn't have their joint practices with the Texans like they did with the Lions. So that being said, What are
You
some
know,
of the things you
NYG,
guys
I
are
don't
looking
even
for?
care about the plays, NYG. I don't even care about the plays. Just play him 2 drives just so he could get his footwork in the pocket. You know what I mean? Just that stupid stuff that that little stuff, the mechanics, just to have that. I don't even
Yeah,
care,
no.
about the play down the field and all that. They're not going to show anything anyway a week before the season. So,
Facts. And that's kind of how I look at it too. I just want to see them out there for a little bit, just to establish some rhythm, like you said. Nothing crazy. Maybe put together a scoring drive on your first drive if you can do that. Then take them out. If they don't score the first drive, maybe put them back out there for a second drive and see if they can get something on the board, and then that's it. Like you said, I kind of agree with that, but I don't think that with these joint practices, I don't think that they're gonna give them any type of extensive type of look here. But outside of that, what are some of the things you guys are looking for in this next upcoming preseason game? Then I'm gonna get to the fan.
Did I pause?
No, you got it. You got it, Pat.
Okay. Oh, that might be NYG then.
Right.
What I'm looking for in this next preseason game is the secondary. Somebody in the secondary has to step up. Somebody has to go out there and show that, hey, I'm ready to play besides Banks. I mean, Nick McLeod, I told you that he would struggle with quicker receivers like a Tank Dell. As you've seen, Tank Dell got open, but it was called back on a holding penalty. Now, the bigger type receivers, I think Nick McLeod could do pretty good. But those faster receivers like a Devontae Smith or somebody like that, I think they eat him alive. So we're going to have to see somebody in the secondary step up. And hopefully they do. If not, we're going to be searching for a cornerback in the first round next year. If this team makes it to the playoffs with DJ. If not, they're probably going to be getting a quarterback in the first round. But we gotta find somebody in the secondary that can step up, because Brian Burns and Thibodeau and Dex are not going to be able to sack the quarterback every play. They're just not going to be able to do it. So some of these teams are going to play us very well and stop us from getting pressure, and the secondary is going to have to help out the defensive line. That's the only worry I have with this team, because that could keep bootleg teams in the game with you, and something bad can happen and they can wind up winning if they're able to continue to pick on your secondary. And that's a fact. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Me,
I agree with you.
me personally, the offense and defense, I want to see them get better. Pat says he's worried about the secondary. I'm worried about the offensive and defensive units. Not, hey, they look good this year. Hey, they look better this week. Hey, they're looking. That's what I want to see.
Go ahead, man, K.
Yeah, as far as me, man, so I agree with Pat with the cornerback and stuff like that. And yeah, they probably gonna have to make a trade for a cornerback, but if they don't, I could see them using more of a 3 safety alignment, or probably more to try to mask it a little bit or something like that. So I just need one of them guys to step up. Like I said, McLeod got to step up, you know what I'm saying? Hawkins, like I said, he's looking real bad right now. And like I said, nobody looked like they want to take that CB2, you know what I'm saying? Even with Flott being out, he hasn't even played like the last couple of preseason games. And it's like guys are looking like Flott, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, do we have a QB2 on that? A quarterback 2 on the roster, or we don't have one on the roster? Because like I said, this front office has made it clear that if these guys don't want it, they're going to bring somebody else in, and hey, they're going to get rid of them guys. That's the bottom line. And I don't care if they drafted them or not. They haven't drafted them, you know what I'm saying? Because at this time, they ain't got no time to play around. We just got to go with, who's going to step up.
Punks jump up to get beat down.
Right.
So, and also, like I said,
I think the Giants. Like I've been saying, I think the Giants are going to re-sign Adoree. I do.
I mean,
Maybe
that could be the case.
Maybe you want the kids to develop But if you keep this secondary and you go with we're gonna develop a young kid as the season goes, yo, don't be mad if this defense isn't living up to anywhere near what it could have been, and then it's gonna disappoint our season. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst case scenario, man.
yeah, so you're taking a gamble. I mean, if Adori's out there, you can bring him back. He's willing to work on not taking as much money as maybe he thought he was gonna get. Maybe you bring Adori back. It doesn't mean Adori has to start all year, but at least you got him there.
Yeah, you got a veteran there. I mean, the way it's looking now, Miz, that might be our best bet. Either him or Kilo Witherspoon.
Yeah, and then you also gotta wait till after the third preseason game when they do the 53-man cut and see who becomes available. Going to be 1,000 players cut.
Yeah, but it's going to be 1,000 players cut, but no team is cutting their corners. I promise you that.
Facts. Corners that are worth something.
Cause design.
Appreciate you coming through, Calls.
And Pat, you know who else is available, but do not want him back in New York. Eli Apple, do not want him back.
Oh no.
Do not
Eli
want
Apple's worse than what we got.
No. I don't know. I'd rather Pat play corner.
He burned his bridges, man. He burned his bridges.
No, I don't. I hate no.
I know, bro. Me too.
My bad. My internet is tweaking. This shit going crazy.
I had a host put himself in a gulag.
Yo, crazy work, right?
I believe Adori is the best option to go back to if they feel desperate. That's the guy they're gonna bring in. He's still out there. He knows the organization. He was here. You know what I mean? But yeah, does he have any ties to this defensive coach from the Titans also?
Adori does. Adori does.
You know what I'm saying?
JC, thank you, man. He says
JC.
the rainbow throw. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's JC with you with the super chats.
I know.
I thought it was NYG. I was gonna get hyped to the mug. Yes, sir. Let's go.
With the rainbow throw, does this mean DJ needs to throw it sooner to lead the receiver? What y'all think he needs to improve on? Starters on 3 game.
Hey, JC, tune in to the film review. I don't know. I might do it like an hour after we end this show if everybody can make it on at the top with the guys. That pass that he threw to Slayton, that was a very good pass. See, people want to compare a pass to somebody else that has 5-yard separation on the receiver. No, that was a very good pass that he threw to Slayton. They just mad because it wasn't a touchdown and he landed at the 1. Slayton fell at the 1-yard line. That was a very good pass. Like, people act like they've never seen somebody throw a deep pass and the receiver catches it while falling. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's why I'm going to do my film reviews. And like I keep saying, if you don't like it, then it is what it is. If you do like it, thank you for the support. But I'm just going to show everybody what's going on on these film reviews. And if he did underthrow it, I will show you and tell you. And if he did make a good pass, I will show you and tell you why. That's the best thing I could do for this fan base. And that's to be honest. If you're a real fan, you will tune in to these film reviews with an open mind. And that's just a fact. Some brothers that's really looking at film and breaking down film because we love what we do and we were blessed to do that from the Most High. This is a gift. I don't care what anybody says. It's a gift to be able to do this. Some people have gifts to play basketball. Some people have gifts to be one of the best corporate managers. People have different gifts. That's the greatness of the Most High. He could give every single person on earth a gift. You just have to find it and unlock it. And that's just a fact.
Yeah.
That's real shit though, bro. I mean, because, you know, I'm humble, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, when it comes to like watching football and stuff like that. So I always, you know, listen to Coach, listen to Pat, Lou, Miz, you know, all you guys, because, you know, I didn't play the game. I wasn't, you know, I didn't grow up, playing football. I grew up in Brooklyn. We grew up playing basketball. We grew up in a concrete jungle. Wasn't a lot of grass around where I grew up at, so didn't necessarily have the privilege to play organized football. But I'm a student of the game, and I'm gonna always defer to the teacher, so to speak. So when you have a coach like Coach Ed Gladney, it behoove you to listen to the man, or at least hear him out to hear what he has to say, because he has expertise on the subject, and he's such a humble person. He actually comes to me, and asks me about basketball stuff, so that's how we're able to teach each other. When you're humble and you're open-minded, you can learn as well as teach. And that's what I try to do here. You know what I mean? I learn a lot from everybody here, but, I'm also able to give some insight on some of the things that I know and that I'm looking at, And you can respect it, or you can call me a clown or whatever it is. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to talk to the people that want to listen. The 100 people that's in the chat that's been in here, 105. You guys want to hear us. You guys want to listen. That's what we're here to do. Give you the content. I'm going to keep doing it. Damn what you think. We ain't going nowhere, man. But I'm going to catch the chat up, and then I'm going to get to this this fantasy league and then the pick'em football pool. I want to run that down real quick, and then we're going to wrap up the show with some Giants trivia. So y'all stay tuned. We cooking over here today, man. Been 100 in the chat all day long. Definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all.
These Sunday shows be lit, boy.
So we got JC. What did I know I got a lot. Who else came in here while I was gone? I see you, Dominique, Mosley, Rafe. I think I got all you guys. Marcus, appreciate you. Says Stefan already signed the Vikings. You think we get a Dory?
It just depends on how bad it looks in week 3. Because I know for a fact my GM is not going to be satisfied with that, bro, unless they have no other choice to go in there and then just Godspeed. Just hope somebody just gets better out of nowhere. Like, dang it.
Right. And it ain't going to happen, man. But, like I said, if Jerome Henderson can't coach you up, I don't know how much hope it is for you.
It's a problem. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Kingdom Dilly was good with you, man. Says Elijah Chapman brings mad pressure too. Yeah, man, putting that pressure on him, man. Definitely agree with that. Joe Long, appreciate you tapping in. Shellacking. I've said it since Gettleman drafted DJ. This will set us back years, and it did. That's your opinion. Not going to curb it. Cause Design says, let's go, Big Blue Wrecking Crew. Dubs all day, man. Hashtag Big Pat, telling the truth.
You got the bionic muscles in there, boy. You strong.
Jay Ferries, man. Appreciate you always supporting, man. Dory's a vet minimum player at this point. Someone would have signed him otherwise. I agree. If he's going to come back, it's going to be a vet minimum deal, and I mean, the Giants might be the only team out there
that will literally give them that vet minimum and be like, please, do something.
Right.
Because it's getting scary now. It's getting scary.
I wish I could make memes, man. You got the little old man with the stick. You got the little cornerback 2 position. Do something. Do something. Right. Oh man, but definitely appreciate you, Trina. What's good?
What's going on, Trina?
Appreciate you tapping in. Says what's up, fellas.
Shout out to
I
Trina.
agree with you. Doing a film review will do some justice. Absolutely, them film reviews be hitting like a good bag of dope. Not a bad bag, a good bag.
Right. Keep focused.
Sane, appreciate you tapping in. Most definitely. Yerzy, the truth is DJ looked rough in the beginning, but what is also true is that he started to clean it up. This is the time you want all the mistakes to happen. Absolutely agree. Better this than, game 1 of the regular season, because we don't need none of that. We don't need that. We don't want to relive that movie again.
Man.
But let me get to this. If you guys want to hang tight, I know this is not necessarily what y'all do as far as I know you guys don't play fantasy football, but Big Pat is in the league, and I do have Diella, Nunu, and Logan and his dad that's in the league too. So I want to run down this information for everybody that's in the fantasy football league, and then I'm gonna talk about the Big Blue Crew Pick'em League that we are doing this year. Miz is in it. I hope Lou and Coach can get in it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see who come out on top.
Right there, because I'm gonna smoke the entire league. I'm letting you know right now. That's it. That's the only time I'll be cocky. Now I'll shut up. I'm gonna run this. Let's put it this way: on a football field version, I'm gonna run this score up on your asses.
But let me get into our fantasy league real quick. So, for you guys that are in the league, the draft is next Sunday, August 25th at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. August 25th, next Sunday. There it is. The draft order will be randomized, so I don't have any control over that. The computer does what it does, and it'll spit out, whatever. So, let's see who we got. All right, so me, Unpopular Opinion Sports. That's me, the winner, already announced. Just joking, but we got Eda Chosen.
Oh, it's rigged. He just showed you it's rigged.
Right.
we got. It's not rigged. We got Diella. We got P-Town Punishers. I believe this is Ghost Dog. We got Zion. We have Logan. Big Pat, Talk Your Talk. We got Alex. We got Mac the Giants fan. That is Logan's dad, the Cat brothers, Logan and his pops. We got Darren, that's Nunu in the chat, that be in the chat with us. And then we got Wells. So 12-team league. And again, I said the draft was August 25th at 8 p.m. Now, the payout. The payout. Where did I put it?
Oh, we getting paid for this?
You ain't playing.
Shit. They tell me there's no money involved.
Money involved. But
I'm all about
right now I got first place. I got 170 and a trophy. Second
a trophy
place
too? Brad and the trophy? I'm about to bust y'all ass.
Second place we got $50, and in third place is $20. You pretty much get your money back, but that is the payout for the league, and I will be updating this league week by week on this channel on Giants Conversation, so you guys definitely keep up with that. Standard league settings, 12 teams, 16 player roster, 9 starters, 7 to bench. You have 1 IR spot. If you guys want me to increase it, I can make 2 spots, but I don't want to do any more than 2 injured reserve spots, because then people start to, hoard players. You know what I'm saying?
You keep it at 1 injured reserve spot. Get your GM on.
I think 1 is good. So there's the spots right here. You only got 1 starter for quarterback. These are the maximums. So Standard league settings. If you play fantasy football, you know pass TDs is 4, interceptions -2, 2-point conversions 2, rush TDs 6. That's why running is important. And here's the here's the only thing that people don't understand that I want to explain. We are in a PPR format. PPR means points per reception. So every time each reception a receiver gets, that's 1 point. So if you're smart and you strategize, you got to keep in mind those receivers and those running backs, they get a lot of targets and they get a lot of catches.
Let's go.
You know, those are going to be the ones that are going to get you points.
The most points. Because if that dude get 13 catches and only get 80 yards, he'll get more points than the dude with 2 catches and 100 yards. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. So that is that's yeah, I think he left. Maybe he'll jump back in a little later. But that's how we're doing that. Points per reception. So again, point being, like guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown, you know, some of these slot guys that get a lot of targets, CeeDee Lamb, those are going to be some of your high end players. Running backs that get targets, you know what I'm saying, are going to be in high demand in a PPR format. So that's something else to keep in mind. And what else do I got? I think that's all I needed to show you guys today. Everything else is pretty much standard. You know, 6 points for TDs, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, so if you have any questions, let me throw my email on the screen here. I can find it. And you guys can definitely email me if you have any questions about the fantasy league or anything like that. Like I said, I'm gonna do a live. Well, if I can, I'm gonna do a live draft for the fantasy draft. So I'll be on live as we
that'd be dope
and everything. Yeah, so definitely gonna do that for y'all. But yeah, if you got any questions, anybody that's in the chat, that's in the league, if you got any questions, or if you got any questions, Pat, I know the rest of you guys ain't in the league, but I'm gonna get to the other fun league that I'm doing that might be more up you guys' alley. So, but any questions in the chat, let me know. Like I said, I will be recapping and previewing things and just having a little segment on Giants Conversation weekly for the fantasy league, for the fantasy crew. I know a lot of you guys aren't in the Twitter chat, so I'll probably have to email like Dilla, Ghost. I don't think you're on Twitter. Probably have to email you and New. And New, he's not on Twitter either, so which is fine. I don't blame you guys. We'll have to communicate through email instead, because I don't do the Facebook and all that shit. So but that's that. So let me get to the Big Blue Crew Pick'em League, and then we're gonna do some Giants trivia. Wrong one. Yup, no, that was the right tab. Shit. Get my shit together.
You have to excuse when people he's old.
Right. So this is the Big Blue Crew Pick'em League. Get into the
Okay, so that's the one you sent me. I'm supposed to log in or sign up?
You just log in, you hit that link. You have to make you an account.
So you sign up.
Here, yeah. So here you see Alex, who the hell is Spencer Grisby?
Somebody snuck in there.
That's me. That's the cave.
Oh, that's you?
Oh,
okay.
That's your name?
All right. Okay, my bad.
Oh, okay.
All right,
What's
cool.
your son?
I'm not in there yet, NYG.
Yeah, you in there right here. You there's your
Stuck in there.
I was like, who did I know I only put that link in one chat. But yeah, that's me, that's Pat. So this is simple. No money involved. We're not betting, so I know Lou, you don't gamble, so it's no money involved. It's just for fun, and it's free. And all we're gonna do is pick the games each week. You have until, I think I got it set until 5 minutes before the game kicks off. So you even have up until 5 minutes for Thursday to pick your Thursday night games. 5 minutes up until 1 o'clock to pick your 1 o'clock game. Same thing with 4 o'clock Monday, yada yada yada. So if you do not pick, you get nothing. So
when you have to have the picks, you said by Thursday.
It's 5 minutes before the game starts. So say if you say you can pick your Thursday game and not pick your Sunday games. You could just pick your Thursday game as long as you get that in 5 minutes before kickoff. I think that's how I have it set. But
okay. So you can put your picks in at least all the way up to 5 minutes before the game starts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yep. So, but if you forget your picks again, I'm not going back saying, "Oh, I wanted this team." Nah, you just that's it.
No, you didn't
just
put
don't
it
get
in.
no points. You don't get no points for that pick. But what do you guys think about this? And is there anything you want me to tweak or change, or do you want to guys put a couple dollars up?
You're doing straight picks or with the spread?
Straight picks, because I don't know if everybody understands how spreads work. I do, but I don't.
It's basically the same thing they do on game day kickoff, where you Howie Long, Strahan, and Terry Bradshaw. They pick, who's gonna win, and then they keep count all season long to see who won.
Yeah. That's how we're gonna do it. I may try to come up with something for the winner, for the champion. That'll just be me showing you guys some love for participating. But there ain't gonna be no money involved and no nothing like that. So don't worry about that. But I will be update. We'll go through the standings on Giants Conversation and see who's leading, and we can have a little fun with it and talk a little shit here. But so anybody that's interested in that, let me know. And I will send you the link either via email or on Twitter. So that's how that's going to work. Chat, our supporters in the chat, you guys are welcome to play too. You just have to contact me either on Twitter or via email. So that's how you're going to be able to get into the league, because I just can't put links out like that. Then you get your Spencer Grigsby's that slide in there. And you're like, who is this?
Man, we got a spider ring.
Would have had like 50 of them, and you put that shit in the chat. Who is John Doe?
I don't know this dude.
So, but that is that, man. Hope you guys enjoy this season. It's gonna be real fun. We'll have a lot of content, a lot of different things that we're gonna be able to do. I am on NYG22 on Twitter, and my email is
Dilly.
Right.
It's basically Unpopular Opinion Sports 22.
I love that T-shirt. God under
gmail.com.
nothing. Dilly.
Sure, you don't want to put a couple M&Ms on this, right? I mean, I'd gladly take a bag of M&Ms from each of you.
I asked you guys if you wanted, but I know Lou is he is against his culture, gambling and everything, so I didn't want to. But hey, I'm all about the bread, bro. Like, yeah. Popular Opinion Sports gmail.com. That is. All right, that's my email. If you guys just send me an email, make sure when you guys email me, you tell me what your YouTube handle is. Because if you give me your first name and your last, I ain't gonna know who the hell that is. Just because somebody did that, I'm like, who are you? You had to tell me his Oh, okay. So you. Oh, I got you. Cool. Yeah. Ghost. Like I said, just email me and say this is Ghost Dog, and I got you. I'll lock you in. That's all you got to do. So there's the email right there. Unpopular Opinion Sports 22@gmail.com. All right.
I can't wait. I already got
gonna be dope, man.
I got week 3's picks today.
Yeah.
Miz
be hitting them picks though.
He is a good as far as when it comes to picking games, yeah. So this is gonna be a challenge to beat the Miz.
He ready. And when Miz start leaning forward, he ready.
No, last year, my first 4 or 5 weeks, I was fire, and then I started. Then I got cocky and shit started going south.
Hey, that's gonna be dope. That's gonna keep people interested throughout the season, man. That's gonna be dope, man.
You need to make them videos too, telling them your picks.
Yep.
I'm still gonna do my pick videos. I enjoy that.
But y'all want to play some trivia, man? I want to get a little Giants trivia in here.
Yeah, because I want to do that film review probably around 4 my time. Because Lou, ain't you going live tonight too?
I'm going live tonight, but I still got the kids. I got to spend some time with the boys. I can't spend all day on here. We've been on here 2 hours and some change already.
Yeah, I know. I had a
lot to do that today, Pat?
to talk about in this show.
Yeah, I was going to do it today unless y'all want to do it tomorrow.
Nah, we got to do it today while the subject matter's still hot.
Yeah, we can do it today, for sure. So,
do it around 4
is
my
everybody
time.
playing?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey, is Coach still there?
They don't call me in the work.
Coach is probably locked into something. Coach, he might be watching women's basketball or something.
Coach has a secret admirer stop by.
Let me say something. One thing, man, and we all agree, man. This guy Chapman's the deal, man.
Yeah.
This guy's the
deal. I had his uncle on the live.
I know. I was listening. Yeah. That's cool. If you could get him on with you for like 10 minutes, that'll be unbelievable for you.
And we're
gonna get him now before he becomes the next Dexter.
When Tudo decides to retire, we got the exclusive rights to that video too.
Yep.
Now he got injured yesterday. It wasn't bad, right? He didn't.
Cool.
I heard Chapman had gotten injured yesterday in the game or something.
He was limping a little bit, but it wasn't bad.
Nah, he was tired from chasing down a running back. That's what.
Yeah, that was crazy. I watched that like 10 times this morning. That was unbelievable. Because I was trying to see if the running back slowed down or this guy has really got a motor like that.
He didn't know he got a motor. It's a combination of both because when he juked out number 36, he did slow down a tad bit, but man, that's still Herculean effort. You see how fast that dude was running?
Interview when you decide to retire, Tudo, you're gonna announce it to the world through the Big Blue Crew Sports Network.
Because if you listen to that play with Howard Cross calling it, I don't know if you guys heard it, but Howard Cross basically said, right as soon as he made that tackle, he said, "My people, this man just made the New York Giants football team."
I said it too. I said he just solidified his spot on this roster.
Because man, that was dope.
And then you came in and said he solidified his spot a while back. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you're right. And I didn't get to see the play live like you guys did. So but I didn't realize how far down the field he ran to get to that guy. So
he hawked that man down, and he had a significant lead on him too. And he was coming from
Sure
across
did.
the other side of the field.
That was from behind, bro.
This is a very fast, strong guy, and the most important thing about him, he wasn't drafted. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and that's perfect.
But think about this, y'all. When it comes to Chapman, don't we always seem to find these DTs from some we always seem to find.
Well,
it don't matter where we get them from. It don't matter where we get them from, bro. They just seem to be good.
We for history have supplied the league with defensive tackles.
Yes, we have.
Washington always picks our apples. Minnesota Vikings, these teams. We need a good DT. Let's go take one from the Giants. You know what I mean?
That's a smart thing to do. Cowboy. I know you're a Cowboys fan, but definitely tap into the Big Blue Crew. Subscribe to everybody here on the platform. Me, Unpopular Opinion Sports, Bigpatssportstalk, G Nation Inside Sports, The Man Cave, The Miz in the Midday, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Big Blue in the Bronx, Mac the Giants fan, Classified 3F with Joe, J-Lay, the whole crew, man. So definitely tap in. we do talk NFL. It ain't just Giants. We'll have a lot of NFL content coming for you guys this season. So definitely tap in, man. And we appreciate you, man. If you like and subscribe to the channels.
Do your trivia. I gotta chop a couple of trees and bushes down, and then I can get back to Pat's thing later. So I'm gonna have to go in the backyard and help her and stuff. So
okay, all right,
you do
cool.
the trivia.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, and then I hope I can get to the 22 if they don't call me for work at 4:00. So
all right,
okay, all right, bet. Cool, man. But yeah, shout out to Miz, man. Definitely go sub up to Miz in the midday. You'll like that content. If you're a passionate fan, you're gonna like Miz's content.
Right.
Let's get into this trivia, man. Only got just a little 5-pack questions. So let's set it off. Who is the all-time leader in kick return yards for the New York Giants?
Kick return?
Yup, kick return yards. So you got Brian Mitchell, A, B, David Patton, C, Dominic Hickson, and D, David Wilson.
Hickson.
Pat says Hickson. Who you got, Cave? Cave, you there?
I got Hickson. I got Hickson as well. C.
You got Hickson. Lou
gone.
Lou gone. All right. So we'll just go with Pat and Cave for right now, because maybe Lou will get back in there in a little bit. But the answer is,
what happened to the music?
David Wilson.
Wilson?
How is Wilson?
David Wilson, 1,530
Man, see,
yards.
Wait a minute.
I hated that dude got hurt, bro. He was an all-time leader. He only played like 3 years with us.
A fucking beast, bro.
One season.
I'm telling you.
Wow, I thought it was Hickson, man.
Yup.
I
did not know he had that many yards and that short. He only played like 2 or 3 years with us.
He actually, he was
crazy.
16 games total that he played, and he's the all-time kick return.
So he was averaging 100 yards of kick return every game. That's crazy.
That dude is a beast, bro. I'm telling you. It's and it sounds crazy, but that's what it is. Wow. David Wilson, man, 1533.
Got me on that.
All right. Next up, let's see what we got.
That's why we got to keep having these trivias, man. That's crazy.
Yup. Teach you something. Okay. Where's my music? All right, here we go. During the last 4 out of 5 seasons, Darius Slayton has led the Giants in receiving yards. Who was the only other player to lead the team in receiving yards during that span? No Googling. Just pick a player. A, Kenny Galladay. B, Sterling Shepard. C, Evan Ingram. D, Saquon Barkley. You're gonna have to tell me.
You have to tell him.
During the last 4 out of 5 seasons, Darius Slayton has led the Giants in receiving yards. Who was the only other player to lead the team in receiving yards during that span? Saquon Barkley. D.
Okay. Cave, who you got?
Yeah, Barkley. It's either gonna be Shepard or Ingram. I'm gonna go with Ingram.
I was gonna go Ingram too, but I'm gonna go Shepard just to see if I can beat you right here. Paul.
Right, that's what I'm saying, right?
Shepard.
All right.
But I think it's Ingram.
You're all wrong. It's Kenny Galladay.
Oh, Kenny Galladay.
I knew I was gonna get y'all.
Galladay.
He had 521 yards to lead the Giants in 2021.
Man.
521 yards.
That is trash.
What? All these guys is not even playing long for the team.
Yeah.
That is straight doo-doo.
Wow.
Lord have mercy.
So, zeros across the board.
Can't believe this, man.
Man, everybody butt naked on this.
Next question. Since 1970, this one might be a little easy for y'all. How many times have the New York Giants won the NFC East? A, 5, B, 7, C, 10, D, 8.
NFC East.
7 B.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too, Lou.
7.
I'm gonna go with D. I'm gonna go 8.
7.
I'm gonna actually go D.
So, Lou, you said B.
I said 7B. Pat said 8.
I said 8 too.
And you said 8, Cave?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Cave Googling over there. My hand.
I ain't Googling
And
them.
the answer's
Yeah,
8.
8. Yeah.
And here are the years. I was nice enough to look.
I know it was 86, 89, and 90. I remember 97. I remember 2000. I remember 2008. I didn't remember 2005, and I remember 2011. So I just said 8.
Wrong. That's wrong. We were a wild card team. We didn't win the East.
And when?
In 2008, we were a wild card team, and in 2011, we were a wild card team.
We won the
Yeah,
East
but we
in
won the
2008.
division.
We won the division. Yeah.
Yeah, even though
We
we got
did win
the
the division. Mhm.
Remember, because it came down to the last game at 8 and 11. We beat the Cowboys.
We was
in,
a wild
11.
card in 07.
Right.
That's what you
That's
thinking
when,
about.
that's
Lou.
when Jacobs threw the damn ball at the time clock. Yeah.
Mhm.
And 2008 is when we should have won the Super Bowl, but Plexico shot himself.
Mhm.
Remember, you think of 2007.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why you came up with 7.
All right. 2 more to go. In 2014, a rookie Odell Beckham Jr. led the Giants in receiving yards. Who led the team that year in rushing yards? 2014, y'all. I know it's been a while, but Orleans Walker, Peyton Hillis, Andre Williams, Rashad Jennings.
Rashad Jennings. D.
Rashad Jennings.
Jennings, y'all all wrong. It's Andre Williams.
Andre Williams had more yards than Jennings that year?
Yeah, he had 721 yards that year.
Oh, man.
And just,
Woo, I'm embarrassed.
Everybody's saying Jones.
Just for shits and giggles, Jennings had 639.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Andre Williams.
What was Peyton Hillis' yards?
Oh,
Butt
one. Yeah, he ain't had much. 115.
Man, Andre
He
Williams.
did play though. I knew that might throw y'all off because he played for us for a little bit. But
Can't believe he actually made the Madden cover one year. That was crazy.
Yo, word.
Yeah, right.
All right, last one, fellas. The last time. Yeah, he used to play for the Broncos. The last time the Giants had a top 10 defense was 2016. How many team sacks did they have that year? A, 42, B, 45, C, 35, D, 32.
A, 42.
B, 45.
I'm gonna go with C, 35.
Man, Cave might actually win.
Got it. Yeah, Cave got it. It's 35. Yeah.
Third. Good guess.
Bonus if you tell me who led the team.
2016. Ooh.
Olivier Vernon.
No, it was JPP that year.
JPP, right.
Lou got it. I'm gonna give Lou the. I'm gonna give you
Oh!
the 100. I'm gonna give you the 100. I'm gonna give Lou 100 too, cause he got.
Lou,
that
who you
right.
said, Lou?
It was
You said
Vernon.
Olivier?
He had
Yeah.
Oh, he had
sacks.
8.5. I thought JPP had 9 that year.
Nah, JPP finished with. Let me go back. And
7.5, I think.
I think so. I think you're right, Lou.
Is that the firecracker incident?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had 7. JPP had 7 that year.
Okay.
Okay, Lou.
Yeah, Lou. I'm like Olivier Vernon.
Yep. But yeah, that's That's all I got for y'all. Cade got that round.
Oh man!
I got stumped with a couple of these guys. I was like, I'm sure
Yeah.
Even
that Kenny Galladay surprised
that
me.
Kenny
though.
Galladay fucked you up, did it?
I still don't believe that one. I'd like to throw a red flag on that one.
Right.
Look at that.
21 yards.
Throw the film review on that one, bro.
No, I ain't gonna give y'all no.
Kenny Galladay had more than 300 yards in the season for us.
That was his first season.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy to think, but yeah, that's how it went down, man. And I'm gonna give y'all the stats that year.
Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, where is he
at? I didn't know he got enough catches to get over 500 yards that year.
Right.
So in 2021, the leaders in yards were Kenny Galladay 521, Kadarius Toney had 420. I started to throw him in there, but I knew y'all weren't gonna pick him. But Evan Ingram 408, Shepard had 366, and Slayton had 339.
Man, that is absolute booty butt cheeks.
521 yards to lead.
We had 5 receivers that didn't even get 2,000 yards in 1 year. That is booty butt cheeks, bro.
So yes, be happy you have Nabers.
And that was an Eli quarterback, right? Or somebody?
That was DJ.
That was DJ, yeah. Remember the last 5 years, Daniel Jones. That's why I put the last 5 years.
But Daniel Jones got picked in 2019. That was 2016.
No, that was 2020.
Galladay won on our team in 2016.
Yeah,
we still had OBJ at that time.
What was the question? Did the question say 2016? Oh, that was the sack.
No, you thinking about the other question? Yeah.
Okay.
The other question.
Yeah, say what? Under Kenny Galladay at that time.
Oh, that's Ghetto Man, right? I can't Ghetto Man.
Yeah, that's the Ghetto Man era, man. But yeah, man, 2.5 hours. We're gonna wrap it up, man. Been an excellent show. Stay tuned later, man, for the film review, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that, man. But
5 p.m. Eastern time.
Any last words, fellas, man, before I get out of here? Before we wrap it up?
11-6, back on my bullshit. Y'all know what it is, man. Subscribe to G Nation Inside Sports and the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, man. Man Cave, Big Pat Sports Talk, Unpopular Opinion Sports, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Classified 3F with Joe, Miz in the Midday, Big Blue in the Bronx, Mac the Giants fan, Really Flawed, I am April Chamel. It's you about to find out, man. Big Blue Crew Sports Network got a lot of in the works for y'all, man. It's going down, man. 2024 season, we up, we lit. It's all year, man. Stay tuned. We got a bunch of interviews coming for you. We got a bunch of content for you. We traveling. We're going to get these exclusive videos and insight and inside information that nobody on social media or YouTube is doing for you guys. I don't care what building they in. They're not giving you what we giving you. Facts.
And I want to say for everybody talking about Daniel Jones, look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, you know what I'm saying? Justin Fields and Russell Wilson played the whole game, and they only put up 3 points combined. 3 points combined by 2 starting quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So, DJ ain't the only one y'all got to be worried. There's other people, there's other teams, guys ain't performing either, bro.
Like I said, butt naked.
Excellent point, man.
What? Bonky.
But damn, man, we appreciate each and every one of y'all in the chat, man. Man, this chat been lit. I will be here another hour going through everybody's name, man. So, but you guys know who you are. Definitely sub up to everybody on the panel. You know, we're all going to be working together this year to bring you the most amazing content. You know what I'm saying? You can always check me out in the morning. I'm your morning guy. I will be doing Sunday morning games with Pat. We were also going to be doing, like I said, New York Giants trivia throughout the season. You know, we got the Fantasy League up and running. We got the Big Blue Crew Pick'em League up and running, man. So bringing you a lot of content, a lot of fun things going on here, man. And we definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all support, man. But until the next time, y'all already know what it is. How we get out of here.
Peace.
Peace.